High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 real estate team in Kansas and Missouri, the Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols. With over 90 agents and 5 offices across the metro, they'll match you up with the perfect agent to get you moving with confidence. They cover the entire metro area, from Lee Summit to the Northland to Johnson County. They also have offices in Kansas City.
Simply named the Catholic Clash. Rockhurst and Miege is one of the most storied rivalries in all of Kansas City. And tonight, we write a new chapter on Sports Radio 810. I am Tim Spurl. He's Jonathan Pulisic. Happy to have you along on the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week. And Jonathan, I mentioned it, one of the most storied rivalries in all of Kansas City. This one means a little bit more with both these teams struggling in the early season. Both these teams coming off a win, but desperate to stay hot going into the middle of the year. I'm Tim Spurl, like I said, and Jonathan, I welcome you in. You saw this Rockhurst club last week. They pick up their first win of the year. They dropped to 0-3 before picking up that win. 1-3 now coming into this one. Tell us about this Rockhurst team. And again, picked up that win last week, but a lot of new faces all of a sudden on that Rockhurst squad.
Yeah, it seemed to me that defense is surrounding. Like, that's going to be the key to tonight's game for me, is if Rockhurst is able to hold Bishop Miege in check, and then also get the takeaways. 4 takeaways last week at Blue Springs South. They seem to be everywhere. A strip and score, 2 interceptions in the second half sealed the deal. So for Rockhurst, the new faces are starting to get into the rhythm here, and a win tonight would really do a lot for them.
This is going to be one of the best atmospheres you will see all season. The last 3 years since renewing this rivalry, the crowd outside of last year with the COVID restrictions has been in the thousands. And tonight, it'll be the same story. We are out here at Severino Field at Rockhurst High School. And ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely packed, and they're still making their way down the hill at Rockhurst. Across the way, Bishop Miege, standing room only. They're going to line the fence all night here, Jonathan. If you've never experienced this rivalry, it is unbelievable. The atmosphere is going to speak for itself.
Yeah, this is the first time I've gotten to experience these two teams facing off. I've been to Rockhurst a few times. I've seen Miege win a state championship whenever I was in Topeka. But this is a lot like a college game. If I'm being real, there's people standing room only up at the top of the stadium. People are obviously filtering in. And then there was a lot of people tailgating out there. And for a high school football game, you got to love to see it. The end of September, perfect weather outside. It's going to be a good one.
Perfect weather, like you mentioned, hovering right around 72 degrees in the Kansas City metro area. Rockhurst in their classic blues with the white helmet, the white pant, and Bishop Miege in their all-white uniforms with the red helmet and the M on the side of the lid. Coach Severino was down there before the game, walking around, talking to coaches from both teams. He obviously has made plenty of relationships with not only that Rockhurst squad with Kelly Donahoe taking over after Severino retired, but also across the way with John Holmes, Coach Grunhard, the rest of that staff. A lot of familiar faces, and that's part of what makes this rivalry so special, is not only are these two teams very familiar with each other, but the communities also are very intertwined.
Yeah, whenever coaches know each other, they wouldn't say this to us, but I think there's a little bit of joshing back and forth, like, hey, we're going to get you this year. It's just like any good old rivalry, but you know your friends are on the other side. You definitely want to take a W against those guys that you know you're going to see year after year and maybe even week after week, depending upon what time of the season it is.
This will be the 31st meeting between the two teams. Rockhurst, a 22-7-1 advantage all time in the series. And since restarting this rivalry 3 years ago back in 2018, Rockhurst has taken 2 of the 3. Miege won it back in 2019, but Rockhurst has got those 2 bookends, the 2018 victory and a 2020 victory. And again, Jonathan, 2 teams that desperately need to continue their winning ways. Bishop Miege got a big win last week against St. Thomas Aquinas, a game that not a lot of people expected to go Miege's way. Aquinas came in as very much a favorite in that game. They were making their way near the top of the A10 varsity rankings, and Bishop Miege went over there and stunned them in a last-second thriller. And again, like you said, for Rockhurst, taking down Blue Springs South a week ago, they've had a lot of tight losses. Lost to Park Hill in overtime. Lost the opener to Ray Peck in the closing minute of that one. Again, can't stress enough how important it is to end in the win column tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's something to be said about momentum. And momentum that started really should not be stopped. And both of these teams are starting to feel a little bit of what momentum feels like in this early going of the season. Again, tonight probably was circled at the beginning of the year as the biggest game to get things going. So looking forward to seeing Rockhurst getting the ball first.
Rockhurst has got a new quarterback under center. Ethan Hansen was the starter last week in that game against Blue Springs South. He was not the starter at the beginning of the year. It was Luke Bailey. But like you mentioned, Ethan Hansen was ineligible to play week one. He became eligible after that, and since then he has become the man behind center. Only a sophomore, transferred from Bishop Miege, so there's a little bit more intrigue to the tale.
Yeah, a little bit extra. Going against his former team. Last week, listen, he took control of the offense. Maybe this stat line's not going to stun you, but 5 of 8, 41 yards through the air, 12 carries, 59 yards. He's pretty dangerous in the open field, and obviously he knows how to spin it a little bit. Gavin O'Boyle is going to be the guy that I'm looking out for, number 7 tonight for Rockhurst. He had a few chances deep. We'll see if they can connect on one tonight, Tim.
Ladies and gentlemen, this place is going to be rocking. Buckle up. The next 2.5 hours should be plenty fun. The Catholic Clash, ready to get rolling. Miege will go right to left across your computer screen, across your radio dial if you're listening on Sports Radio 810 at Rockhurst. They are going to go left to right in front of us. A packed house, as it always is, at Severino Field in the thousands for this episode of the Catholic Clash. End over end line drive kick is going to be taken near the 5-yard line by Aiden Flood. Through a wedge across the 20-yard line, skips a tackler near the 25, and he's out near the 30-yard line. And here comes that Hawklet offense that picked up their first win of the year last week, but only scored 21 points last week.
Yeah, correct. It's 7 on the other side of the ball. Connor Sexton, had a strip and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. So only 14 points offensively for this Rockhurst offense, and it's all going to go through the big boy in the back, Joe Leggio, 6'1", 245 pounds. He's going to be lined up at running back behind Connor Sexton at the fullback position.
Leggio had 140 rushing yards last week in the victory against Blue Springs South, 2 touchdowns. And he does, like you mentioned, dot the I behind sophomore quarterback Ethan Hansen. Middle of the field, ball sits at the 31-yard line to start the evening for the Hawklets. First snap is going to be a play fake. Rolling near side is Hansen. Setting up, he's going to dump it off into the flat. And his fullback is wrestled down near the 39-yard line. Gain of about 7 on first down.
Yeah, that's definitely their favorite play. Watching them last week, that I formation, fake the draw, get Connor Sexton out into space. They really wanted to go for it all with Luke Bailey going deep, but he was covered up nicely by that Stags defense.
Bailey, remember, was the starting quarterback in week 1. He was the starter at quarterback last year, but now he lines up on the edge in this dynamic passing attack that's got some playmakers on the edge. Hansen turns. He's going to give the Leggio behind left guard, moving the pile forward near the sticks. He falls forward near the 44 to move the chains.
There is the stat of the night, Tim. It's going to be yards after contact for him. Again, at 245 pounds, how's this Stags defensive line going to handle the brutality of tackling a kid that's 245 pounds? So again, it's going to be a big stat tonight.
Rockhurst, they've got some size across the front, and it starts with their left tackle, Andrew Sprague, 6'7", 260. They're going to go 2 wide to the left side, off the near hash from the Rockhurst 44-yard line. Hansen, play fake, rolling right. Williams chasing him near the sideline. He is going to get dumped back at the 35. First sack for this Miege defense on the night.
Yeah, it all started with Connor Williams. He was reading the play action the whole way off the left defensive end, able to track him down along with his teammate there. And that's going to be big. To get Rockhurst, a team that likes to run the football traditionally, behind the chains is going to be huge if they're going to keep this one close early.
Cameron Durden, Colin Williams split the duties on that sack. And it's going to set Rockhurst way back near their own 35. Make it a 2nd and about 18 play. Colin Williams He's already got one Division I offer from southeastern Missouri. Moore going to be on the way for this 6'3", 240-pound defensive end. Second and long, 4 wide. They're going to fake. Hansen is going to roll to the left side, sprint option. Late throw. He's got his man Mo Boyle on the far sideline across midfield, and he's wrestled out of bounds 2 yards shy of the first down marker.
And honestly, if that was a forward pass, it's going to be a penalty. He was past the line of scrimmage. He did lateral that. So Gavin O'Boyle, good heads-up play. It essentially turned into an option once he rolled over to his left. And a great pickup there. Going to be third and manageable here for Rockhurst. I would imagine another handoff's coming on 3rd and 2. But great heads-up play by a sophomore quarterback.
O'Boyle is going to be the man. No Isaac Cook tonight in street clothes for this one. And he is an absolute playmaker for the Hawklets. He's got nearly 200 yards on the ground to go along with 115 yards through the air. And a late penalty flag.
Yeah, Tim, I think I spoke to early there. They did end up throwing a flag for an illegal forward pass.
And now the Rockhurst student section has made their way into the crowd. And, gosh, that is a student section that rolls about 300 or 400 kids deep. Like I mentioned, not a lot of atmospheres across the city are going to be like what we see tonight.
Well, and whenever you talk about perfect football weather, it's not going to get better than this. You can see the sun is setting behind clouds. There's obviously no heat happening either. So as the referees have their Friday meeting as they typically do, this is going to be a big call early on.
Ineligible man downfield for Rockhurst. And it's going to result in a loss of down as well. It's going to make this 3rd and forever now for the Hawklets. Like you said, they ran that sprint option, and even though it was a backwards pass, it was the linemen that started to matriculate their way downfield.
Yeah, and that's always the problem. I mean, we see this on Saturdays. We see it on Sundays as well with NFL teams. Whenever you run an RPO, you got to make that decision quicker if you're the quarterback, and obviously that one there is going to get on Ethan Hansen. It's unfortunate, but it's going to set up 3rd down and 22 for him, Tim.
I mean, it's definitely a unique play design, and it definitely worked.
Yes, it does. It did work.
But
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
where those linemen need to hold their water. 3rd and 22 for the Hawklets after the penalty. Out of the shotgun. Hansen has time, stepping up in the pocket, scrambling to his right. Chased by Williams again. He's going to get rid of it near sideline, too high and incomplete. He was looking for his receiver, Miles Carson. And Miege is going to force a punt on the opening drive of the ball game, 9:59 to go opening quarter.
If I'm Kelly Donahoe right now, there are some positives to take away from that drive. There was a first down made. There was a little bit of a mistake with the illegal man downfield. Unfortunately, it's going to end up in a punt here. But there's some good things that can be taken away as we're going to see the Stags offense come out onto the field after this punt.
Rohan Putz is going to be deep for Miege. And Bailey will drop back in punt formation for the Hawklets. This offense has been struggling through the first 4 games. They're going to have to punt on the opening drive. Low snap. Bailey gets rid of an end-over-end punt. Putz is going to watch this hit at his 40-yard line. Take a Rockhurst hop. And it's going to be down near the Miege 30. And for the first time tonight, Jonathan, we will see this Bishop Miege offense. And this is a Miege team, 1-2 on the year. They've had themselves a couple of shootouts already under their belt. This is an offense that's averaging 30 points a game through the first 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're talking about 27.6 points per game, 340 yards of offense, those are big numbers for high school kids. So Mac Armstrong going to be leading the way for the Stags. Already has 715 yards passing in this early season.
This is that Miege attack, though. You know what John Holmes is going to run out every year. He's going to throw it all over the place. This secondary is going to be tested. They're going to stick to the ground with Jalen Birch on first down, picking up 3 yards behind left tackle.
Yeah, Birch going to be their workhorse a little bit on the ground. 184 yards rushing, that's about typical, 60-some-odd yards per game, but he also has 4 touchdowns. They're going into the hurry-up offense already.
Wide receiver split very wide to either side. They're going to run a screen out here near side. That's Bowen Webb only getting out to the 38-yard line, picking up 4 yards. It's going to be the first 3rd down for Miege tonight.
Yeah, and that's something that they're going to want to do. They're going to want to spread this Hawklet defense out. That defensive line, all of them have a sack this year. They're all very good up front. So as much as you can make them run sideline to sideline, get them a little bit more tired, now open up the playbook here on 3rd down.
3rd and 3. Armstrong, the junior quarterback, play fake. He's going to bootleg right, dump it off into his tight end, who can't hang on. He took a hit, lost the football, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for Miege.
And there is a penalty marker down here at the bottom there, Tim. I wonder what this call is going to end up being. But to get a stop there for the Hocklet defense is huge.
Flag thrown to the near side. They bootleg to the far side in is it an illegal formation?
Illegal formation, yeah.
Yeah, against Miege. So Rockhurst is going to decline the penalty and take the football back. So Rockhurst and Miege exchanging punts. 8:50 to go opening quarter.
I like it. I mean, you want to see points on the board, but a little bit of early defense is not a bad thing. Back and forth. We'll see the Hocklet offense come back on the field. Less than a minute came off on that drive for Bishop Miege, so not a lot of issues if you're Rockhurst right now.
O'Boyle back deep for the Hawklets. Rushes on a line drive, spiraling, beautiful punt is going to hit inside the 15-yard line and duck out of bounds right there. Dagan Jensen with a missile. It is going to be down right at the Rockhurst 15-yard line. That flips field position.
Yes, it absolutely does, and that's huge. I mean, if you get, again, I'm going to say a running first offense out on the field minus their 20-yard line already, it's going to be a long, healthy drive if Rockhurst is going to get the first points on the board.
Miege forced a punt just moments ago, but they were aided by a couple of Rockhurst penalties on that drive. And now Rockhurst is going to have quite a ways to go. Bishop Miege, a 4-3 look defensively. As the defense has been scorched through 3 games, giving up 40 a game, but they looked a lot better last week against the Aquinas with a couple of takeaways in that game. Shotgun snap, hitch route near side is caught at the 20 and spinning up here at the 21-yard line is Miles Carson.
That's a healthy first down. I mean, a hitch route, very simple. Get Hansen in a rhythm here early on through the air. Again, Bishop Miege knows what Rockhurst wants to do on the ground, but if you get him a little bit off balance with that passing game, it's going to go a long ways.
Gain of 6 yards on first down, bring up a 2nd and 4 near hash. They spot it up at the 22-yard line. The sophomore out of the shotgun is going to give to Leggio on a stretch play. Leggio caught in the backfield, and he's going to get wrestled down back at the 20. A loss of 2 on the play.
That is edge contained to its finest, Tim. That defensive end over there on the right side, able to seal off Leggio, and whenever that happens, a whole gang of Stags was able to get there and get down the 245-pounder.
8:15 and rolling in this opening quarter. No score from Rockhurst High School in Kansas City, Missouri. On a perfect night in front of about 4,000. 3rd and 4 for the Hawklets out of the I formation. Middle of the field movement before the snap, and the Stags came across.
The old classic hard count by Hansen. Good job by all the offensive linemen holding their water. That's going to be a free first down here for the Hawklets.
Rockhurst and Miege, they kicked this rivalry back into gear back in 2018, but prior to that, they went 34 years between games. And Jonathan, ever since they rebooted this rivalry, we've had atmospheres just like this.
Well, you want to give them something to watch, right? And
Absolutely.
There's no better rivalry in the city, most likely.
First down after the offsides call. They're going to give it to Leggio, and Leggio wrestled down at the line of scrimmage. And again, that's that edge contain you were talking about.
Yeah, and Barrett Brewer, he was there on the pole, right? He's their starting left guard for Rockhurst. The pole got there a little late, and whenever that happens, it's really hard to get back on schedule if you're that offensive lineman. Defensive lineman obviously there to edge contain and keep Leggio and drop him for a minimal loss there.
They called a loss of a half yard. They've got Colin Williams on the end defensively, but in the middle, they don't have a ton of height. Cameron Durden goes only 5'10". Arasto Sadeghi, he only goes 5'9", $175 at D tackle. But that D-line playing well above their sides.
Absolutely.
2nd and 11. They call it a loss of a yard. They're going to play fake to Leggio. Bootleg left side. Hansen looking sideline. Throws late. Incomplete. He was looking over the middle for Parker Williams, his tight end. Here comes a 3rd and long for the Hawklets.
Yeah, and Parker Williams is one of those guys, and there's a late flag coming in once again, but Parker Williams is that guy that they're going to have to go to. He's, if I can say this without it being overlooked in this particular way, he's their Kelsey of this offense. He's the guy that's the possession receiver. Obviously looking for him there on a 2nd and long. Incomplete, but there is the flag down. We'll await the call.
A personal foul on Miege. Like you said, it was a late flag, so it had to have come after the play.
Yeah, there's those dead ball fouls. Obviously, whenever that referee puts his hand up in the air, it's a dead ball. So there's some animosity between the two teams. You got to imagine that in a rivalry game. And so that time, the referee heard what was said, dropped the flag, and obviously a free first down once again for Rockhurst.
Would have been a 3rd and 11. Instead, a personal foul gives Rockhurst a first down from their own 41, 7:07 to go opening quarter. No score. Second drive of the game for the Hawklets. Still in their own territory. Approaching midfield, though, from the 41. One to the left, one to the right, out of the I formation. The sophomore quarterback checks his signals from the sideline. Now he ducks in under his center, Will Gormson. Short drop, pump fake. He's going to roll to the right side. He's going to throw off his back foot into traffic, incomplete. A dangerous throw off his back foot, and it's second down.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there. I think Miles Carson was supposed to run that slant route. He got up quick. It was a one-step drop, and instead it looked more like a pump and go, and that was all over in coverage by Bishop Miege there.
Second down as fans continue to make their way down the hill into the stadium. Like I said, lining the fence to our right.
We'll call them the late tailgaters there, Tim.
2nd and 10 for the Hawklets after the incomplete pass. Williams goes in motion. They're going to run a toss play. Left side, Leggio cutting it up near the hash. Across midfield. He storms over a stag and picks up a first down in the process.
Some remnants of Derrick Henry there, if I do say so myself. Trucking over. He's not going to shy away from the contact, I'll say that. I saw him run through 4 Blue Spring South defenders last week. That time, only one defender. Able to get him down, but not without a little bit of a head ring there.
Yeah, Leggio may not have that open field breakaway speed, but he has got absolute truck power straight up the middle. That time, they got it on the edge and ran over a linebacker. 1st and 10 in Miege territory at the 48-yard line. Hansen is going to give to Leggio again behind left guard, stumbling across the 45, and he digs his way all the way down near the Miege 42.
Again, Tim, it's one of those things, the yards after contact. He was stopped pretty close to the line of scrimmage, and instead he falls forward, uses that momentum to pick up 7 yards there to set up a second down and manageable for Rockhurst.
Didn't have a great game in the open against Ray Peck running the football, but like we talked about at the start, 130 yards last week against Blue Spring South, and off to a very good start on the ground tonight against Miege. Starting to get his feet under him as we approach the midway mark of this season. They're going to give to the fullback, and he has stood up at the line of scrimmage, and Connor Sexton goes nowhere. Here comes third down.
Yeah, that undersized defensive line you're just talking about, Tim, busts in there early on and gets Connor Sexton to the ground. I mean, no gain. But whenever you're talking about the 5'10", 5'9" guys in the middle, the sophomores, and, really at defensive tackle, sophomore is a tough position to be able to read there, able to get down Connor Sexton at the line of scrimmage.
Big third down play for an offense that has struggled through the first 4 games. Again, Rockhurst only averaging 16 points a game. Trying to convert this third down, keep the drive alive. 5:18 to go opening quarter, no score. Hansen drops in under center. Since his tight end in motion, they're going to run a toss play right side. Leggio trying to hit the sideline. He's got the first down across the 40 as he hurdles down to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Tim, I mean, it's close. I know he's going to spot that around the 41 1/4, and that's right where that chain is. I'm actually interested to see if he got just enough for that Rockhurst first down.
The initial spot looks like he absolutely got it. They spot him near the 38. And they're going to call for a measurement. They're going to have to run these chains all the way across the field. But from our vantage point, it at least looked like he got it. 5:04 as we stop for a measurement. No score in this opening quarter. On Sports Radio 810 WHB, I am Tim Spurl. He is Jonathan Pulisic. You were listening to the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week. Rockhurst players on the sideline signaling first down as they stretch the chains, and by a good football length.
Yeah.
Rockhurst has got the first down. I mean, I could tell from here.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, you called it while he was still running, Tim. I liked it. The confidence to get Leggio to that first down marker was there. It was by a good football, but it is hard to tell. Whenever you have one set of chains, it's always on the guest sideline. You always got to double check just in case that brings up a fourth down very, very short. You got to give the benefit of the doubt there to the chain gang.
Jonathan, you're going to learn something about me tonight. I do not lack in confidence. 1st and 10 from the Miege 38-yard line as Leggio moves the chains, as I tried to tell you the first time. But the officials, again,
didn't listen.
Didn't take my word for it. From the right hash, play fake. Hansen with time, setting up. Deep ball down the middle. It is hauled in and dropped. Oh, Boyle had it, couldn't come down to the ground with it, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was exactly what they wanted. The post route, one-on-one coverage. The one safety deep got him. He had it in the hands as he went to the ground. Obviously, Tim thought he caught it. I thought he caught it as well. And ends up falling to the Rockhurst turf. And ends up as an incomplete pass in the stat sheet.
Single coverage on the backside post route. And O'Boyle just couldn't bring it in as he went to the ground. Good-looking ball, though, by Hansen.
It was.
Allowed his receiver to go get under that one. 2nd and 10, 4:43 to go opening quarter. Short drop, slant is batted down to the line. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Justice Betts there, that outside linebacker, the Sam linebacker position. He read the slant the whole way, ends up getting the knockdown. It was really close to actually getting picked off. Lucky for Rockhurst there to have it fall to the ground, but a great play there by Justice Betts.
Here comes another 3rd and 10. This is the second 3rd and long they've had on this drive. Remember the last one Rockhurst had, there was a personal foul against Miege that gave Rockhurst a 1st down.
Yeah, and they're going here with Aiden Flood and Luke Bailey coming in off the sideline. This is 4-down territory if I'm head coach Kelly Donahoe. This is obviously too long for a high school field goal, so I think you got 2 downs to get this 1st down here if you're Rockhurst.
4 wide in the formation. Hansen with a play fake. He's going to sprint to the left side. Eyes downfield. Now he's going to throw it off for the sideline. Flood breaks a tackle. He's got a 1st down as he's across the 25-yard line and out of bounds.
Yeah, Flood able to catch the hitch route and then shrug his one-on-one defender over there on the, let's see, that was Jack Baird, I believe, over at the corner position. Pardon me, that was Charles Callahan. And it ended up being a great play, a great juke play by Aiden Flood to pick up that 1st down on 3rd and long.
And if he doesn't break that tackle, it's going to be 4th and about 5. So a good individual effort by Aiden Flood, running back turned receiver, to move the chains. And Rockhurst down to the Miege 25-yard line. New set of downs, 4:32. They go first quarter. Hansen turns right, behind right guard. Leggio breaks one tackle, and he's upended near the 20-yard line.
It's a pretty good effort there by the strong safety, Isaiah Coppage. A one-on-one tackle from a safety who's 5'11", 184. He's given up about 60 pounds to Leggio, and a good single tackle there out in the open field.
Here comes that Rockhurst student section. 2nd and 5 play coming up as we approach 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. No score in front of a packed house at Rockhurst High School. They're going to give to Leggio straight up the middle, bouncing it out right side across the 15. Stiff arm to the 10, lowers the shoulder, and he's bumped out of bounds near the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Hawklets.
Yeah, you said he doesn't have that open field speed, and I agree. If you're watching with us online, it's not the most breakaway speed you've ever seen, but he has great vision. Whenever he goes to the middle of the line, he sees it packed up. He's able to bounce it outside and pick up a great gain, bringing up 1st down and goal for the Hawklets, 1st time tonight.
Joe Leggio, 2 trips to the end zone last week against Blue Springs South. And he's got the Hawklets knocking on the door. 1st trip to the red zone this evening from the 3-yard line. 2 wide in the formation, 1 left, 1 right. Out of the I formation, Hansen digs in again under center. He's going to toss to Leggio. Leggio makes one man miss, and he's dumped back at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, once again, it's Colin Williams. Williams blew up the play in the backfield, able to get his teammates involved there with the gang tackle. They end up losing a couple yards there. So far, Leggio, 9 carries, 45 yards. So he's been the workhorse so far. This is a healthy drive, Tim. Whenever you're looking at it, this is the 14th play of the drive, and they've taken off more than 5 minutes off the clock.
3:20 to go in the opening quarter. No score, but Rockhurst looking to change that right here. 2nd and goal. They back them all the way up near the 4.5-yard line. Hansen, play fake. Rolls right. He's going to dump it off for his fullback, who drops it, and it's going to be 3rd and goal, and his fullback walks into the end zone if he controls that catch.
And Hansen, very, very displeased at the drop. He said it hit you in the chest. Connor Sexton, that again, I said this pregame, that's their favorite play, the fullback out of the backfield, typically trusty hands, and he drops a touchdown there.
And now 3rd and goal. Same formation. Out of the eye, receiver to the left, receiver to the right. Movement before the snap, and now a flag flies, and Miege again jumps.
Again, sophomore mistake there. That was Cameron Durden that came across the line. He's going to go off to the sideline now, but it's going to make it from a 3rd and goal from the 5, 3rd and goal now from the 2.5 once they give him half the distance.
3:04 to go opening quarter. 3rd and goal gets a little bit closer now, inside the 3-yard line.
And I saw 2 plays last week at Blue Springs South. This is Joe Leggio territory. He had 2 touchdowns from inside the 5-yard line. Let's see if they go to him here on 3rd and goal.
From the near hash, a 3rd and goal play. Hansen turns, gives to Leggio, off left guard. He pounds his way into the end zone, and the Hawklets draw first blood.
That is an impressive drive, Tim. Joe Leggio, he caps it off at 16 plays all the way from their own 15, so 85 yards. 5 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock to get them on the board first.
2 touchdowns last week. Touchdown number 1 comes on the 2nd drive of the opening quarter for the Hawklets. Kyle Busch out there for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Hawklets with 3:02 to go in the opening quarter. Rockhurst on the board first on the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 real estate team in Kansas and Missouri, the Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols. With over 90 agents and 5 offices across the metro, they'll match you up with the perfect agent to get you moving with confidence. They cover the entire metro area, from Lee Summit to the Northland to Johnson County. They also have offices in Des Moines and Springfield, Missouri, and Destin, Florida, if you know of someone looking to move. The Rob Ellerman team truly is your real estate resource. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. The Rob Ellerman team, a proud supporter of Kansas City Metro High School athletics.
Maker's Mark, Jim Beam, Basil Hayden, and Knob Creek all month long.
Coming back.
Congratulations, it's Bourbon Heritage Month. Please drink responsibly.
7-0. Joe Leggio, a 2-yard touchdown plunge. And Rockhurst is on the board first. A low kick is going to be picked up near the 35-yard line, dodging a tackler, and diving out near the 40 was the up man who took that one on a hop, and maybe a head-scratching decision there, Jonathan.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I saw this last week. Rockhurst likes to do the little dribbler up the middle. That's a pretty good heads-up play by Aiden Wing of Bishop Miege to pick it up, to not just let it go past him for the return guy, to actually pick it up, pick up about 7 extra yards, and starting off near the 40-yard line.
And that's why it's a luxury to have those ball handlers, Aiden Wing, a receiver on this Miege team, on that return unit. Not only your front line, but some of those wedge guys. If they're used to picking the ball up, it can lead to something like this, where you've got the ball at your own 40 to start this drive. Birch, straight up the middle, a knifing run of 8 yards. Setting up a 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and this is where the hurry-up offense is going to come in, but a great burst there from the backfield to get the Stags going.
Miege lines up very quickly to the line. Low snap they're going to give to Birch again. A little hesitation. He's got a first down as he drives the feet across midfield to the Rockhurst 48.
Yeah, and we just talked about how long of a drive Rockhurst went on. If Bishop Miege can answer very quickly, this defense is going to get really tired.
Armstrong, a junior, behind center, has thrown 5 touchdowns this year. He's going to put one in the air for putts. Near side on a bubble screen. Makes one man miss across the 40. Foot race near sideline. He's run out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
Great play. I mean, Christian Bowen-Webb, the leading receiver for the Stags offense, he throws a great block downfield, able to get them an extra 15 yards, I would say, because he was blocking the only defender out there until they were able to rally up.
2:24 to go, quarter number 1. Miege right back to the line quickly. Armstrong, shotgun snap. He's going to toss it across the formation. His tight end only is going to pick up 2 yards. That was Dagan Jensen.
And again, that's one of those plays where, okay, we've settled into the drive a little bit. We've gone hurry-up offense, but get them a little bit off balance. We want to open back up that run game for Jalen Birch here on 2nd and 8.
Inside of 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 7-0 Rockhurst. Miege on the move from the Hawklet 27-yard line. Armstrong, play fake, slant route, caught by Putz in stride. He's going to get wrestled down right where he caught it at the 23-yard line.
And that's a pretty good way of thinking about Mac Armstrong. I believe that was a designed run. And he looked up, he saw the hot route was open. Good heads-up play there by the receiver as well to pick up 6.
There wasn't evidence. Here's a quarterback sneak, but dropping the football is Armstrong, but it looks like he was the first one on it. They were trying to run the sneak on a 3rd and short. Instead, it's going to remain 4th and 3 after he dropped the snap.
And all of a sudden, this drive's going to slow down tremendously. They've gotten here within a minute and a half, and now they're going to take their time as they're looking at a 4th down and 3, and all of a sudden, the ruckus crowd here at Rockhurst is coming alive.
I was going to say, if it wasn't evident already, Rohan Putz, obviously Armstrong's favorite target. 2 catches on this drive, 3 catches already in the game. And he might be looking his way here on a 4th and 3. A big 4th down decision for Coach Holmes in this opening quarter. 3 to the right side. Rockhurst showing pressure. And now movement before the snap. Miege saying Rockhurst came across. Rockhurst pointing across the line of scrimmage at Miege. An offsides would move the chains. And they're going to call it against the Stags.
That's a close one, Tim. I mean, the middle linebacker made some movements. Obviously, if he didn't come across the line, just got to hold your water there on the offensive line. It's going to make it a very difficult 4th and 9 now.
Yeah, 4th and about 9. Had it been an offsides, it would have given Miege a first down. Let's see if they punt out of this formation. They often will. Out of the gun. Armstrong. He wants to go to the air, stepping up in the pocket. Rainbow right side has a man inside the 10 who hauls it in. No, and they're going to say Bowen Webb was out of bounds. A turnover on downs. He had him, but Bowen Webb couldn't keep the feet in.
Yeah, the out and up work to perfection there for the Stags. They were going for it all. They weren't going for the first down. They were going for it all. Bowen Webb, unfortunately, bobbling that one as he went to the sideline and wasn't able to bring it in with 1 foot down in high school football, and that's a turnover on downs.
He had a couple steps on the defender to the far side. And I'm not sure if that throw carried him that far to the sideline because there was a bit of a bobble before he came down with it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I don't think there's any wind out here at all. I don't see either of the goalpost flags moving at all. So I don't think there was anything with the wind. It was maybe a little bit overthrown, caused him to bobble it, but he did have the step on that defender.
So Rockhurst takes over after the 4th down stop. Near their own 29-yard line, just 34 ticks to go in this opening quarter. As they hold on to a 7-0 lead. Hansen will work out of the gun. Play fake. He's going to sprint to the left side. He is going to just keep it as he gets across the 30-yard line and hammered down near the 31. Call it a gain of 3 yards. But he had the option to throw that. He had a receiver hanging out on the far side, but maybe the good decision there to just take the 3 yards.
Yeah, again, that's the penalty that they had earlier in the game on the illegal man downfield. And so he smartly held on to the football. Give credit to Aiden Wing out there at free safety. You got to think that they've been working on that at practice. They know that play's coming, and he came up to make the stop before he's able to get the ball away.
We are at the end of 1 quarter. 7-0. Rockhurst, after a slow start to this one, a Joe Leggio 2-yard touchdown plunge has given the Hawklets a lead after 1 quarter. Stay with us on the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state. The Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
Rockhurst starts the second quarter, a 2nd and 8. Short drop. Hansen's going to throw a hitch route near sideline. O'Boyle coming back to the football. He is going to get wrestled down near the 38-yard line and right at the first down marker.
Again, O'Boyle is one of those guys that they want to get going. You saw the play that he made in week 1 there, Tim. The amazing one-handed grab ended up on SportsCenter, as you told me. And he's the guy they want to get going. So far in the first quarter, now 4 of 10 for Ethan Hansen. That's going to be 37 yards through the air, no touchdowns. Obviously, the lone touchdown with Joe Leggio, who has 47 yards on the ground on 10 carries.
3rd and short. Let's see if they go right back to Leggio, who's averaging nearly 5 yards a clip in this first half. They will. Behind left guard. Breaks one tackle. Lowers the shoulder as he steamrolls up to the 43. And there was a man, Jonathan, that had a shot in the backfield, but Leggio ran right through him.
Yeah, Jake Welsh was there. He was getting blocked at the same time. So that's tough as a middle linebacker to be able to use those arms. One getting blocked, the other one bringing down a 245-pound fullback / running back. But able to plunge forward, get that first down for Rockhurst.
Just underway in quarter number 2, but just a reminder that the Bob Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, Rooter, and Electrical halftime show is coming up at half. Call 888-4BOB. Remember the 913. Brad Porter, Chad Rader standing by. 1st and 10 after Leggio moves the chains. Hansen short drop, hitch route near side again. O'Boyle lowering the shoulder and fighting his way across midfield to the Miege 48.
Yeah, I can't help but think that they're going to set up Charles Cahalan out there at corner because that's 2 straight hitch routes that they've gone to O'Boyle. And all of a sudden, they're going to think about that hitch and go. He's going to jump up a little bit. I would not be surprised to see that here later on this drive, Tim.
2nd and 1, a gain of 9 on first down. O'Boyle getting busy on this drive. A couple of catches. Out of the eye again. Hansen climbs in under center. Turns, play fake. Short drop, has time. Scrambling to the left side, now retreating. Off his back foot, he's going to throw one down the sideline, well out of bounds. And it's going to be 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, I think a little miscommunication there. Again, it was one of those plays where Hansen wanted something short, and instead both of his receivers were going deep. He was able to scramble out of it, but obviously throw out of bounds, even though it was a good catch by O'Boyle. They want to take a shot on 2nd short. Don't fault Kelly Donahoe and the Rockhurst Hawklets for doing that, especially whenever you have Joe Leggio to turn to on 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. They just converted a 3rd and about half a yard moments ago with a Leggio run. Let's see if they go right back to the 245-pound tailback. Tight end goes in motion. Toss play left side. Leggio's got the first down and more across the 40-yard line. He's shoelace tackled near the 39.
That's all set up by tight end Parker Williams and the fullback Connor Sexton. Those 2 guys out on that pitch play. They're leading the way. They're essentially pulling guards, if you like to think about it that way. 2 big guys opening the hole up, able to get the first down for Rockhurst.
Coach Severino, legendary coach, retired a couple of years ago. He's in attendance tonight, and that play surely warmed his heart a little bit. Just a simple toss play to the near side. It wasn't out of the bone, but just as successful. New set of down, shotgun snap. They're going to throw a hitch route again to the left side. O'Boyle, low catch made, and he's wrestled down near the 32-yard line. This time, a gain of about 6 on first down.
Yeah, O'Boyle now up to 3 catches, 22 yards, and that's, again, as we said to open this drive, this is the guy they want to get going. Hansen looks really calm back there. In the shotgun, he looks at home. Obviously, the former Bishop Miege Stag, the sophomore, playing against the old squad. He looks good so far throwing the football.
Gave him a good spot at the Bishop Miege 31-yard line. Going to set up a 2nd and 2 play. 10.5 to play till halftime. 7-0 Rockhurst. Looking to add to their advantage here in this first half. 2 to the left, 2 to the right for the sophomore Hansen. Shotgun snap, play fake, rolling right, stepping up in the pocket, and now he's going to get dropped back at the 35. What a play made by Colin Williams.
Colin Williams and Jake Walsh had it all the way. Whenever Colin Williams got north on that right tackle, there's Ben Druin, it was over. You know what Colin Williams can do from that right edge position. He's able to get him down for the sack, comboed with Jake Welsh.
Williams had to fight back through the right tackle, Druin, to grab Hansen and pull him down. That was such an athletic play, and that's why this guy is on so many Division I radars at the DN spot. And now a timeout before this 3rd and 7. 9:43 to go in the first half. And this game, not the only big game going on in the area, Jonathan. a lot of games we've got our eyes on tonight.
Yeah, I mean, just looking down here through Kansas early on, no score between Lee Summit North and Blue Valley North. Blue Valley West, the Jags are up 6-0 on Raytown. Obviously, Bishop Miege here in Rockhurst. Blue Valley Tigers tied up with St. Thomas Aquinas at 7. Moving down the list here, Blue Valley Northwest, the Huskies up 7-0 on St. James Academy. Leavenworth up on top of Blue Valley Southwest. Oh, pardon me, just tied up 7-7. Gardner Edgerton tied up with Free State right now out of Lawrence. Mill Valley up 14-0 on Lawrence. That one's being played at Mill Valley tonight.
I tried to tell you a little bit about the atmosphere here, and Jonathan, we keep circling back to it. At the jump, I said there may end up being 4,000 people here.
Yeah.
I may have underestimated.
I know. It looks very, very close. They're still standing room only, and the stands are packed.
3rd and 7 out of the timeout. Out of the eye. Williams goes in motion. They're going to toss again to Leggio. Making one man miss near the numbers at the 30, spinning forward across the first down marker. He's going to move the chains for the Hawklets.
Again, the old student body left, as you said. And Connor Sexton, he's coming up a little gimpy right now, but he made the big block. And also, anytime you have Andrew Sprague, the 6'7", 260-pound sophomore at left tackle, they like going his way for a reason because he's a massive human being. At that time, Leggio able to get a gain of 8 for that first down.
You'll notice they have had a lot of success running away from Colin Williams. Miege going to have to change something at some point, but Colin Williams can't be on both sides of the football here. 2 left, 2 right. Out of the gun this time. Short drop, stepping up in the pocket, design quarterback run across the 25, breaking a tackle and getting dropped near the 23 goes Hanson. First time we've seen him call his own number tonight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've had the RPO play that they've run a couple times, but that time a designed QB run. The QB draw picks up 5.5, 6 yards there to set up a second down and manageable. But Ethan Hanson, no slouch whenever it comes to the running game from the quarterback position with 105 yards coming into tonight on 25 carries.
That's only through 3 games. Remember, sat out the Raypeg game. 8:40 to go till halftime. Rockhurst on the move, leading 7-0 over Miege. 2nd and 5. They're going to play fake. RPO again, and this time getting dropped back at the 27 is Ethan Hanson. Williams was there, as was the other DN, Justin Walls.
Yeah, Justin Walls was the one that really laid the lumber on him there. It was a designed read option, right? He's sitting there looking at Colin Williams straight in the face. Little did he know the opposite defensive end was there as well. Justin Walls able to drop him for a loss there to bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Another timeout taken by Kelly Donahoe, and only his 2nd season patrolling the Rockhurst sideline. And again, 1-0 against Miege now.
And some games we're looking at over in Missouri. Liberty North tied up right now with Blue Springs, Kelly Donahoe's old squad, 7 apiece. Blue Springs South down to Liberty, 7-0 right now in the early going. Lee Summit North, Blue Valley North, no score so far. Lee Summit West tied up right now with Raypec, 7 apiece. Park Hill also tied up with Lee Summit over at Lee Summit, 7 apiece. Let's see, St. Joe Lafayette right now against St. Joe Central. I know we all got our eyes on that one. St. Joe Lafayette up 15-14. That's the highest score that we got going right now. So I figured I would pepper that one in. That way it wasn't just 7-0 against all these squads.
That's what they say. That's the new tagline, you know. Sports Radio 810. We've got our thumb on the St. Joe area. 8:13 to go till halftime. Rockhurst has held the ball so far for 10 minutes. We've got 8:13 to go in the second quarter. They have doubled up time of possession on Miege. Out of the timeout, 3rd and 7. Hanson, short drop, hitch route, left side again. Falling to his knees and hauling it in is Gavin O'Boyle right at the 20-yard line. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, Tyler Pinkley thought that he dropped that football, but there was absolutely no way he dropped that football. It was a clean hitch route. Unfortunately, wasn't able to keep his feet, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and 1, a critical play here in the early going.
They've ran that same play 4 times on this drive.
Yes, they have.
4th and a yard for the Hawklets. And expect it to go to that 245-pound tailback, Joe Leggio. Hanson climbs in under center. Turns, gives to Leggio, left side. He is going to jump over a man and should have the first down.
Yeah, it was Tyler Pinkley there meeting him in the hole, and instead of staying up top, he went down low. Able to flip over the top was Joe Leggio to pick up that first down.
He needed a yard. He picked up 2 of them. And Rockhurst back into the red zone for the second time in this first half. 7:28 to go, quarter number 2.
You want to hear a staggering stat, Tim?
I do.
35 plays. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 36 plays run by Rockhurst so far this half.
Again, they have dominated time of possession. Leggio behind left guard, breaking tackles and fighting out near the 14-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards on first down.
And this is pretty deflating if you're Bishop Miege. Whenever they go hurry-up offense, they want to get a drive going, then all of a sudden you give the ball back to Rockhurst. And Rockhurst last time went 16 plays, 85 yards in 5 minutes. This time they're well over 5 minutes on this drive. This is going to be the 16th play of the drive, which matches their last one. And they've taken a lot of time off the clock. Bishop Miege defense, hands on the hips early on.
Yeah, they got this near the start of the second quarter, if you'll remember. They've held it for nearly half of the quarter. Toss play to Leggio, running the right side, trying to get wide, headed for the sideline. He is going to get hammered near the line of scrimmage. He took a shot, but picks up a yard in the process.
I wasn't able to pick up the number, Tim, but that is one of those plays that you're like, all right, run it over here again, see what's going to happen. I believe that was a free safety that came up and made the hit. And that's going to leave a lasting impression on Joe Leggio if he goes over to that right side again.
3rd and 5. Potential 4-down territory for the Hawklets. The way they're moving the ball, it wouldn't shock you. Inside 6 to go till halftime. 2 receivers in the formation. 1 left, 1 right, off the far hash mark. Hanson out of the eye. Short drop, pump fake, scrambling to the left, getting chased. He's going to lob one for the end zone. It is caught by O'Boyle. Did he get a foot in? No, he did not. Out of the back of the end zone, nearly a circus grab, and it's going to be 4th down.
Gavin O'Boyle is one of those players, and again, I reference back to that week 1 play that you talked about that made SportsCenter uber athletic wide receiver. And all you have to do is give him a jump ball. Obviously, he came down with that one. Unfortunately, was knocking over the pylon as he made the catch to force this Rockhurst field goal.
Kyle Busch out there converted 1 of 3 field goals on the year so far. This one from the middle of the field, going to be a 30-yarder. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and it is good. Busch adds 3 in a long, time-consuming drive for the Hawklets. Has given them a 2-score lead, 10-0 on the University of Kansas Health System High School football game of the week.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 real estate team in Kansas and Missouri, the Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols. With over 90 agents and 5 offices across the metro, they'll match you up with the perfect agent to get you moving with confidence. They cover the entire metro area, from Lee Summit to the Northland to Johnson County. They also have offices in Des Moines and Springfield, Missouri, and Destin, Florida, if you know of someone looking to move. The Rob Ellerman team truly is your real estate resource. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. The Rob Ellerman team, a proud supporter of Kansas City Metro High School athletics.
10-0. Hawklets lead on Sports Radio 810. 18-play drive for the Hawklets. They took 7 minutes of the clock with them and ended up with a 30-yard field goal. End-over-end kick is going to be playable at the 1-yard line. Across the 15, 20, big hole for Birch. 30-yard line, stays on his feet. 40, midfield, foot race. 35 and running out of bounds is Jalen Birch. And Miege is sitting pretty after the long return.
Well, if the defensive stop for the field goal wasn't big enough, now Bishop Miege has a short field. You love to see it at the end of the half. 5.5 here to go till halftime. And that's their starting running back, Jalen Birch. You kick it to him, that's what you're going to get. The hole opened up massive. The kicker was unable to get him down, and it was the foot race that he ended up losing. I say lose, but he stepped out of bounds, and it's a great field position for the Stags.
And now some energy for the Stags as they take over from the Rockhurst 34-yard line. Armstrong is going to keep it on the ground with Garcia breaking one tackle. He jukes his way out near the 27-yard line. Nifty running by the backup tailback.
Yeah, Garcia, the sophomore, that's a pretty good run there to set up second down and short here as they go back into the hurry-up.
2nd and 3. Armstrong is going to give to Garcia again. Bouncing it left side. He's got a first down as he pinwheels down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, Garcia is not a slouch either. That's his 22nd carry of the year, now over 110 yards on the year, and he also has the touchdown. So because of Birch getting that massive return, we see Garcia here in the backfield.
Only a sophomore, 5'7", 150. And now whistles. 4:59 to go second quarter. Oh, the Sticks were stuck in the huddle.
Yeah.
They forgot to go hurry up. Now the Sticks catch up and they wheel the clock. Miege, they will go fast. 1st and 10. That Rockhurst crowd makes noise from the 21 of Rockhurst. Armstrong is going to keep it on the RPO, dodges one, and he dives near the 16-yard line, gain of 5 on first down.
Yeah, he juked out Will Eccles. I mean, that middle linebacker, he's had a good year. 23.5 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception from that middle linebacker position. That time, great play by Armstrong to pick up 5 on the QB run.
4 wide, 3 to the left. Tommy Wright alone to the right side. They're going to keep it on the ground. This time it's Birch who gets hog-tied at the line of scrimmage. They caught him up around the shoulder pads, and he gets torn down by the outside linebacker, Connor Sexton.
Yeah, Connor Sexton along, and I just made fun of Will Eccles. I didn't mean to make fun of him by missing that tackle. He was in there as well. Whenever you talk about the hog tie, got him around the neck, slung him down. Now it's 3rd down and 4 with that minimal gain.
They give him a yard, 3rd and 4. Miege will go out of the pistol. Armstrong is going to toss to Birch. Makes one man miss. He's got to dance around a few more. He gets out to the 15. Keeps his feet turning all the way down to the 10. He looked dead to rights, but he somehow stayed up on his feet. Backpedals for a first down.
That's a tremendous play by the running back. Obviously, starting running back Jalen Birch. Gavin O'Boyle playing both sides for Rockhurst right now. He went up top to make the tackle, and that's where you want the form tackle. They would have gotten him short. Instead, he stayed on his feet, pick up the first down, very close to 1st and goal here.
1st and 10 at the 11. Receivers wide to both sides. Shotgun snap. Birch the carry, straight through the middle, spinning off one, and now he gets wrestled down near the 10.
Yeah, Tim, I've noticed a little bit different on this drive. Obviously, they kept the ball on the ground on the short field so far, but the time has started to tick away. You have 2.5 minutes off the clock. This is the longest the Rockhurst defense has been on the field so far tonight. And so for this Bishop Miege offense, you got to punch it in. You got to get it back to 10-7 here before halftime.
2:54 to go in this first half. Shotgun snap. Armstrong is going to throw screen far side. Bowen Webb spinning around one. Way in the backfield. He is going to get snowed under a loss of 2. He never got back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Daley Steinhauser out there in the corner position was able to step up, make the tackle in the backfield. The other receiver missed his block there, and then a host of Hocklets was there to get him down to drop him for a loss. 3rd down and 12. This is massive.
Yeah, they gave him a loss of 3 on the play. 3rd and 12 now. Got to get to the 1 for a first down. 2 receivers to the right side. Armstrong out of the gun. He'll send a receiver over to the right. Short drop, looking right. Flag flies at the snap. Rolling to the left. He's going to zip one for the back line of the end zone. It one hops into his receiver's gut. Incomplete. And now we'll see what the flag is.
It's right at the line of scrimmage over there on the left.
Another late flag, well after the whistle. This one is going to be a personal foul. A lot of laundry on the field. One was right at the snap, and another came well after the play was over.
And Jaden Willis was back there in the backfield when the extra flag came down. So I'm wondering what was said, if that caused enough to get that personal foul, or unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
A sideline warning is the personal foul. And I believe they call an illegal forward pass on Miege. Or an illegal shift, sorry. And I believe Rockhurst is just going to decline the penalty, bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, it'd bring up 4th down and 12. I mean, maybe you're worried about the field goal team coming out. Maybe you give them that 3rd down and way deep, but it does look like they decline it.
Steven Neenan, the kicker for Miege, has converted all 3 of his field goal tries this season. And they will jog him on with 2:08 to go in this second quarter. From the left hash, this will also be a 30-yarder. Rockhurst just connected on a 30-yard field goal of their own on the previous drive.
And watch out for Andrew Sprague, the offensive lineman, the left tackle. He comes in 6'7". He's right there in the middle on the block team for Rockhurst.
Neenan, the junior kicker, off the left hash mark. This kick is no good. He pulls it wide left. And Miege comes up empty-handed.
Yeah, that's pretty deflating. You had all the big boys there up front. They got a good push, and obviously that caused them to tug it there. Maybe a commentator's curse there, Tim. You said he was 3 for 3 going into that. I hate to say it.
Yeah, that's on me. 2:04 to go second quarter. And, Jonathan, this seems like a massive moment in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those points, the big return by Birch got the drive going, right? Those things will show up on the stat sheet, but not so much. He only has 22 yards on the ground for offense. Then to come up empty-handed there, going into half, that would have been a huge momentum boost for Bishop Miege, even though they'd be down on the scoreboard, but instead they come away empty-handed off the missed field goal.
Rockhurst has a chance to take full control of this contest. Hansen, low snap, is going to play fake. Sprint to the left side. He's going to fire a pass low, caught by Flood at his knees, and he sprints his way out across the 30-yard line to move the chains.
Yeah, and that was a smart check down by Ethan Hansen because he wanted to go deep to O'Boyle again. Instead, wide open in the flat was Flood, and he's able to pick up a healthy chunk, 11 yards for that first down.
They roll the clock, 1:50 to go in the first half. Rockhurst only sitting on 1 timeout. 10-0 Hawklets lead, trying to add to it before halftime. They're going to fake to Leggio. Hansen's going to step up, and he's going to scramble. Breaking tackles, making a man miss. Near sideline 45 with a stiff arm. He's at midfield, and he gets tripped up.
That's about as big of a tackle as you can make. Charles Cahalan again out there, that corner position. He was the only guy he had to beat to get to the end zone, and Cahalan was able to get him down. Again, a big gain for Hansen, a great run, but instead not a touchdown.
1:30 to go from midfield. Hansen from the gun, low snap, setting up, stepping up in the pocket now, sprinting to his right. Rainbow, deep right sideline, single coverage. It is caught with flags in the area. That one caught inside the 5-yard line. Or now they're going to call it incomplete. They will. But a flag down there is going to be pass interference against Miege.
It certainly looked like there was a good jockeying for the ball. I almost thought that was going to be offensive pass interference by Miles Carson. If they do end up calling it on Miege, an extra 15 yards to get Rockhurst even closer before halftime here.
2 officials threw flags on that one. No, you are right. It is against Rockhurst.
Yeah, it went up against Carson, and the thing is that referees look for, and again, they tell you this whenever you go to refereeing school. I've never gone. But it's the push-off, right? The offensive player had the position, and instead he shoved them off, tried to make the catch, and that's minus 15 there for Rockhurst. So it's going to put him in a tough position here.
Miege catches a break, and now keep an eye on the clock. 1:18 to go second quarter. Miege has all 3 timeouts remaining. So they're in a 10-0 hole, but maybe John Holmes wants to get his offense the football one more time, but he's going to need 3 stops if he wants to think about that.
Yeah, if you're Kelly Donahoe, you might go back to the ground here just to keep the clock running, make them use their timeouts just in case they get it back, but instead they're going 4 wide.
Hansen, 3-step drop. Rainbow, deep left side, looking for O'Boyle. That is incomplete. A good play made by Charles Callahan, the corner to the near side.
Yeah, and that's where O'Boyle comes in, and he's ended up playing defense. The ball was overthrown. I said this pregame to you as well, Tim, is the one thing on the deep balls for Ethan Hansen is that he tended to overthrow them last week at Blue Spring South. That there, same story, and O'Boyle ends up playing good defense to cause the incompletion.
Again, coming up at halftime, the Bob Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC Rooter, and Electrical halftime show. Call 888-4BOB. Remember the 913. Brad Porter, Chad Rader standing by in our Sports Radio 810 studios. They've got all your scores from across the area. 10-0 here. 2nd and 25. Quarterback draw. Hansen across the 40. Dodges man 45. Stiff arm midfield. There goes Hansen near sideline as he runs out of bounds near the 42. He picks up 23 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, very, very good play. Again, the designed quarterback run, they have the extra lineman there to pick up the block. Essentially, you can think of it like a pulling guard again, but he's dropping away with him. He's able to pick up the block, open up the hole for Ethan Hansen to get to the sideline, to stop the clock as well. Again, one timeout that Rockhurst is nursing. And so 3rd down and 2, another big play here for this Bishop Miege defense.
Stop the clock with 1:05 to go in the first half. 3rd and short. Leggio the deep back. They're going to run the toss play left side. He's got the first down across the 36 down to the 35-yard line. He's going to stop the clock with 1 minute to go while they get the chains reset.
Again, I mean, that student body left play has been working, that pitch left. They bring that wing back in motion. It's been really nice. I mean, you go back to the well that works, right? And so there, Leggio able to pick up the first down, opens back up the playbook with under a minute to play.
Movement before the snap. They don't blow this one dead. It's complete on the sideline, and now the whistle's coming real late as O'Boyle is wrestled to the ground. But that should have been a false start. They blow it dead late.
Yeah, you know whenever the quarterback's anticipating the ball and he moves before the ball's to him, somebody's already moved. So that'll cost them 5 more here. Penalty yards racking up on this drive, but again, makes the drive more impressive if they can get some points here by the end of the half.
48 seconds to go in this second quarter. Rockhurst, we've talked about it. 1 timeout remaining. After the penalty, they sit at the Miege 40-yard line, leading 10-0 in the Catholic Clash, and looking to add to it after Miege missed a field goal moments ago. 2 to the left, 2 to the right for the junior quarterback. Shotgun snap, play fake, rolling left, zipping a pass near side. Aiden Flood bouncing off one tackler as he dives out of bounds near the 33. Picks up 7 yards, but more importantly, Jonathan stopping that clock.
Yeah, it gets out of bounds. Heads up play again by Flood. It's the same type of play that they ran, the sort of check down. They wanted to get O'Boyle deep. Instead, that soft zone on the underneath side was able to get Flood a couple of extra yards there, pickup of 7.5. But again, Hansen has impressed me. As a sophomore, that arm angle he was able to throw around his defender, you got to be able to work it around a little bit, and so far Hansen's been able to do that.
2nd and 8. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. O'Boyle is wide to the left side. Flood in the slot to the left. Shotgun snap. Hansen, hitch route, far side, caught and dropped immediately as Miles Carson. A gain of about 2 yards. And Coach Donahoe burns his final timeout with 34 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, he absolutely has to. If he wants some points here, you got to burn that last time out. 34 seconds left. Again, so far, Joe Leggio, I know you're not going to see him a lot on this drive. Not a lot of timeouts left, but 17 carries, 80 yards for that only touchdown as well. Ethan Hansen so far throughout the air. That's going to take him to 9 of 18 for 73 yards in the first half. Again, no passing touchdowns, but Gavin O'Boyle, his favorite target, leading the Hawkless in receiving, 4 receptions for 30 yards. Rockhurst, again, able to take advantage here late. They've had the ball a majority of the half, and this Bishop Miege defense definitely looks a bit more tired than that Rockhurst defense down on the sideline.
Going to be a 3rd and 5 out of the timeout. Again, stick with us for the Bob Hamilton halftime show. We throw it to our A-team, Chad Rader, Brad Porter, again standing by in the studio. I'm told that they showed up there at noon today. They were so fired up for this one. They have been waiting outside the 810 studios for the last 8 or so hours to come on our halftime show. 3rd and 5 out of the timeout. Hansen, 3-step drop, throws one, batted up into the air, coming back to it and catching it short of the first down is O'Boyle. And now the clock will keep running inside 23 seconds. Rocker's going to have to go quick.
Yeah, and you're not going to be able to spike it here. 4th down and 1. 18 seconds now on the clock. They got to get a playoff, got to get the first down, and maybe try and get some points here on a late field goal.
10 seconds left. Short drop. Hansen lobbing one up for the end zone. It is batted away, incomplete, with 6 seconds to go in the first half and a turnover on downs. And the Stags with an important stop. They keep Rockhurst off the scoreboard. Remember, the Stags touch it first in the third quarter. you felt like they needed to keep Rockhurst off the scoreboard, and they do.
Yeah, they did. I mean, that's an impressive stop there. Again, up against the clock there with 17 seconds. The clock was running. They had to make a decision. Instead of running for it for the first down and spiking it, they go for the deep ball. O'Boyle plays good defense. Obviously, he's their starting corner as well. But that's a big boost if you're Bishop Miege going to halftime. There's a positive that you can feed off of. But 6 seconds left here. See if they try and run a little Hail Mary.
They'll line up in the gun. Birch, the tailback. They're going to go to the air. Armstrong scrambling to the left. He's going to tuck it across the 35. He gets pushed out of bounds. And that will wind us down to the end of the first half. Joe Leggio, a touchdown run. Rockhurst dominated time of possession in that first half. They take a 2-score lead into the locker room, 10-0 in this version of the Catholic Clash. We step aside here in the booth. We throw it back to our Sports Radio 810 studios. It's the Bob Hamilton Halftime Show. Chad Rader, Brad Porter, you guys are on deck. We're going to go catch our breath. You're listening to the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
I learned long ago.
Fall is upon us, and so is the time to tune up that furnace. Don't miss the $49 special from Neil Harris Heating Service Experts. That's right, get your system tuned up for just $49, and you don't even have to be a Service Experts Advantage program member. Call 816-629-5343. That's 816-629-5343. Or schedule online at any time at neilharrisserviceexperts.com. That's neilharrisserviceexperts.com. And get ready for winter today.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state, the Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 real estate team in Kansas and Missouri, the Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols. With over 90 agents and 5 offices across the metro, they'll match you up with the perfect agent to get you moving with confidence. They cover the entire metro area, from Lee Summit to the Northland to Johnson County. They also have offices in Des Moines and Springfield, Missouri, and Destin, Florida, if you know of someone looking to move. The Rob Ellerman team truly is your real estate resource. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. The Rob Ellerman team, a proud supporter of Kansas City Metro High School athletics.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
Losing 50-0 last week. Liberty enjoying getting back at home. Should be a nice win there as they're up
like you said, Lee Summit North, Blue Valley North. What was the give tonight? Was it going to be Henry Martin in that offense, averaging over 44 points a game? Or was it the Lee Summit North defense averaging under 8 points allowed per game? I felt that it was going to be that Bronco defense probably holding down that Blue Valley North offense. Looks like so far early in this game, North just has a touchdown. But the good news is they're only down a score there, Brad.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half. I'm sure Blue Valley North has to be a little frustrated sitting here at 7 points.
Another tight game, Lee Summit West at Ray Peck, and it's Ray Peck leading 10-7. Park Hill with a pretty good lead on Lee Summit, 20-7. North Kansas City and Staley with the baseball score of the night so far, with Northtown leading 7-2. Need some RBIs there for.
Yeah, Salvi Perez, 2-run shot there. That'd be a nice win for North Kansas City over Staley. Staley's been the big brother in that North Kansas City district for so long. We kind of North Kansas City got him last year. Well, Staley might have got him last year, but I think North Kansas City beat him last year one time. And it'd be nice just for North Kansas City schools to know that, hey, there is, it does draw blood, it is beatable, and that's the Staley Falcons football team. And, North Kansas City looks to be that team.
Park Hill South at home leading Oak Park 17-7. Fort Osage and Belton in a tight one with Fort O leading Belton 7-3. Green Valley at Kearney, all tied at 7-7. Blue Valley West, again, another cross-state game. Blue Valley West at Raytown, and Blue Valley West leading 13-7. Again, a lot of low-scoring, close games so far.
Yeah, last week, those games seemed to be dragging in at the 10 o'clock hour, college football 3-hour type of marathons. And tonight, like you said, a lot more low scoring. Of course, a lot of game left. And the Raytown may be rated higher on some rankings and such. They fell in the A-10 varsity this week. They haven't played for 2 weeks because of COVID, and kind of felt like maybe that 2 week period was maybe let them not quite as sharp. Blue Valley West is 2-1, and playing in that EKL. They aren't so bad. The Jaguars are a pretty decent team. It should be a nice win if they can go across the state line and beat Raytown. And lastly, that's the biggest challenge of the year so far for Belton, undefeated so far. But we know Fort Osage always has a great program coming in and are ahead of the Pirates.
Tough season for our friend Todd Lebo. His Truman Patriots trail William Crispin 36-0 at home. Platte County and Smithville tied 3-3. Winnetonka at home leading Ruskin 13-6. And another tight one, Excelsior Springs leading Harrisonville 14-12.
Yeah, that game may end here in about 20 minutes because those two teams pitch left, pitch right. That's all they do is run. So that game may be over here quickly. Meanwhile, Smithville, Platte County, two of the top teams in the Northland. Smithville, number 1 in Class 4. Platte County, of course, has been the state final last 2 years. So great one there. Just 3-3. I think we would have expected more offensive fireworks. And I think people might have thought Smithville would win this one going away, and it's been a tight one, of course.
All right, Odessa at home, and they're running a good string of late. They're up 20-14 on Pleasant Hill. Pembroke Hill leading University Academy 35-12. The Raiders should get a win there. And Lincoln Prep at home leading Van Horn 14-7. Lincoln Prep on that blue turf over there in Kansas City, Missouri.
Got a big win last Saturday against Cardinal Ritter. Now, is there a little bit of a letdown after that game? They came back from a 20-0 deficit to run 28-20. So figured to be a tight one, but they should pull away. Odessa might have their toughest battle this year. Pleasant Hill has Kansas City on the Missouri side leading past the Eastern Row. They were undefeated until last week when they had a last-minute COVID switch and they lost a point. Pleasant Hill's going to give them all they want there.
Hogan Prep on the road at Russellville, and it's the Rams of Hogan leading 7-0. St. Pius on the road at Chillicothe, and the Warriors are rolling right now 27-0. Holden leading Lexington 14-0. And just going through to make sure we get your locals here. West Platte leading East Buck 14-6. North Platte leading Mid-Buck, or rather trailing Mid-Buck 41-6. So blowouts there on hand. And Plattsburgh trailing Lawson 20-14. And Summit Christian with a 27-0 lead on the road at El Dorado.
Nice work. I know that there's El Dorado, Missouri. But yeah, West Platte, East Buchanan, battle of two undefeateds up there in that conference. A couple of those have broken the top 40. I think West Platte broke into other rankings in town in the top 25. So nice season there for the Blue Jays. St. Pius is taking care of business as always.
All right, that's your Missouri side scores. We're coming up on a timeout here, and then we'll head over to the Kansas side. Again, our game of the week. Rockhurst leading Miege 10-0. And just my opinion before we talk to Tim Spurl and Jonathan Vlasic. I don't think that lead means a whole lot between these two because Miege can come back in a hurry. We've seen it plenty of times.
Yeah, we have. And they've been able to put some offensive points this year. Defense is a question.
Yep, Miege's defense giving up 40 points a game this season, so they're on a much better pace against this Rockhurst team that runs the ball. They throw it a little bit, but primarily they like to run the football. All right, we'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll head over to the Sunflower side and get you up to date on all the high school football scores around the metro area, and then we'll get you back to the game of the week. You're on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
You're listening to the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
Kate's Heating and Cooling is proud to be your neighbor in Casey for nearly 50 years. Their highly qualified, non-commissioned technicians are there for you. Plus, you can cover all your bases with Kate's Care, a complete home protection service plan. For a limited time, enjoy 1 year of Kate's Care free, along with 60 months.
You there, Tim?
To book your appointment today.
Hear exclusive Chiefs coverage every week from the best in the business. Only on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Trent Green, Adam Schechter, Tim Grunhard, Adam Teicher, Matt Derrick, Adam Kapp.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state. The Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
And Olathe East hooked up in a good one with South leading 19-17. Blue Valley West and Raytown, we mentioned that earlier. West leading 13-7. St. Thomas Aquinas and Blue Valley tied up 7-7 in a good one there, a good matchup there. Although, Aquinas trying to bounce back from that loss to Miege last week.
Yeah, I just want to see how Blue Valley did. It gave up 380 rushing yards in opening loss to Blue Valley Northwest. They cut their short to run defense, especially against Aquinas, who loves to run every down. So big improvement for Blue Valley.
Blue Valley Northwest with a 2-score lead on St. James Academy, leading 21-7. Leavenworth and Blue Valley Southwest tied 14-14. Gardner Edgerton on the road at Free State, and Free State leading 14-10.
Firebirds played pretty well last week against Latham North. Maybe a little bit of a letdown here as Gardner has struggled. So Leavenworth, Blue Valley Southwest figured to be a good game, tied up at halftime.
Mill Valley with a 2-score lead against Lawrence, leading 14-0. Olathe Northwest, Olathe West, which is kind of having a surprising season, leading Olathe North 10-0. That could be a little bit of a stunner and a shakeup of the top.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 real estate team in Kansas and Missouri, the Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols. With over 90 agents and 5 offices across the metro, they'll match you up with the perfect agent to get you moving with confidence. They cover the entire metro area, from Lee Summit to the Northland to Johnson County. They also have offices in Des Moines and Springfield, Missouri, and Destin, Florida, if you know of someone looking to move. The Rob Ellerman team truly is your real estate resource. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. The Rob Ellerman team, a proud supporter of Kansas City Metro High School athletics.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
Fall is upon us, and so is the time to tune up that furnace. Don't miss the $49 special from Neil Harris Heating Service Experts. That's right, get your system tuned up for just $49, and you don't even have to be a Service Experts Advantage program member. Call 816-629-5343. That's 816-629-5343. Or schedule online at any time at neilharrisserviceexperts.com. That's neilharrisserviceexperts.com. And get ready for winter today.
In the season, who should I watch for Rockhurst? And I said, well, it's the Leggio kid, and he's been pounding the rock, and that was a good, long, sustained drive, 16 plays, 85 yards.
Yeah, it was, and this is a guy that we talked about at the top of the broadcast, struggled against Ray Peck, and he needed to have himself a bounce-back game. He had a good game last week, but this is a better defensive line. This is a defensive line that features a Division I prospect in Colin Williams, and they've had themselves their fair share of battles tonight, and it's Leggio that's been coming out on top. Williams has made a couple of plays, don't get it misconstrued, but yeah, 17 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown against a very good Bishop Miege defensive front. He is starting to round into form. This is the Leggio that recruiters want to see. This isn't a guy that's got breakaway speed necessarily, but at almost 250 pounds, this is a guy that can absolutely settle into a backfield at the Division I level. Jeremy will tell you that. I mean, he's not going to be a guy that's going to be toting the rock necessarily 20 times a game, but definitely a guy that can be a bruiser for a good program, and he's putting some good film out there tonight.
I heard you guys mention that Rockhurst was running in the opposite direction of Colin Williams, who you just mentioned, but they also have to deal with Justin Walls, who's been able to get in that backfield a couple of times and disrupt the passing game.
Yeah, he's a little bit undersized at 6'2", 204, and he's been good off the edge in those passing situations. But yeah, that's where the size plays a big factor because he's lined up against Andrew Sprague. The left tackle goes 6'7", 260, Brad. And right now he's been muscling him on a lot of those run plays, but he's getting double teamed. They're also putting Parker Williams, the tight end, over there. So Justin Walls is having himself a difficult time in this first half so far because he's running into a lot of double team blocks against Division I sized guys out there on the edge. So they're attacking him. So Miege is going to have to adapt. It's no knock on Walls. You can only do so much when you're 204 going against guys that size. And then when they start double teaming you, Miege has got to be able to send help his way.
All right, I know it's getting close to the second half. Again, just give me a heads up when you're ready to go. Full disclosure, with all the thousands of people out there tonight, it's Braveheart night at Rockhurst, and I have two boys out there wearing kilts with the blue and white paint on their face. Just full disclosure. Full disclosure.
I wonder if he was one of those kilted boys that caught one of those hot dogs out of the hot dog cannon. Did you see that video yet?
No, I've got the game here on 810varsity.com, but they did not show the hot dog cannon.
You got to fire up the Hawklets Athletics Twitter page. They've got a video of this hot dog cannon out here, and it will absolutely reach this press box. So I don't know what I need to do in order to get them to wheel that cannon down this way because our window's open.
Yep.
And Chris Kamler's got some paws on him, guys. He can catch one on the fly.
And he can take down 4 or 5 hot dogs, maybe all one.
He didn't hear you, but I'll let him know what you said.
He's the later era Babe Ruth eating hot dogs on the bench.
He might give that Joey Chestnut a run for his money.
Hey,
if the hot dog cannon is aimed at me, I'm wearing a motorcycle helmet.
Speaking of hot dog cannons, it's been put away because it's kickoff time for the second half.
All right, guys, take it away. Have a good second half. Enjoy.
Brad, Chad, we appreciate it. We are ready to start quarter number 3 here from Rockhurst. Like I said, the hot dog cannon has been put away, and we're ready for football. Miege will touch it first in this third quarter, Jonathan. And that was a big stop at the end of the first half. They've got a little bit of momentum in their corner, despite being down 10-0. And they moved the ball well on offense. They just never came up with points. They get a missed field goal. They've got to respond coming out of the locker room.
Exactly. 76 yards of total offense for Bishop Miege in the first half on 19 plays. Only had the ball for 6 minutes and 25 seconds. The key is going to be go down and get points on the first drive. Make this a little bit more interesting on that Rockhurst defense here to open up the third quarter.
Miege had a big kick return in the first half, remember. And this one's going to be playable, too. Off the 10-yard line. It's picked up off a hop across the 20. Far sideline, getting wrestled down near the 25-yard line. And maybe give them the 27. And here come the Stags. And again, they moved the ball well. They only touched it 3 times on offense in that first half. Just over to 70 yards of total offense. They were set up on a real short field after a good return. But again, empty trips, all 3 of them.
Yeah, again, 0 on the scoreboard is obviously you want more points than the other team to win the game. Notice how on that kickoff they did not send it towards Jalen Birch, and he's going to be obviously the workhorse. He had 22 yards on 6 carries in the first half, and here he goes.
They're going to give it to him straight up the middle, a little hesitation. He gets swarmed by 4 blue jerseys at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Connor Sexton, he's impressed me. Last week, again, he scored a defensive touchdown at Blue Spring South. He's able to strip the ball away, run it 20 yards in to give Rockhurst that momentum to get their first win of the season. And it's a great defensive end they have out there for Rockhurst.
2nd and 9 just underway in this third quarter. Off the far hash from the 28-yard line. Low snap. Armstrong setting up. Has all day. Takes a shot deep down the sideline, and he overshot his man. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, they got what they wanted there. They had a guy one-on-one against a linebacker. And again, anytime you have a guy against a linebacker, you're probably liking that matchup. Again, Armstrong, I like the time that he has in the pocket. But again, a little bit of an overthrow. Now I'm feeling, whenever I walked outside during halftime, there is a little bit of a breeze from the north. I don't think that swayed that in any way, but it was a good throw, just a little bit overthrown.
First possession for Miege out of the locker room, and they've already got a 3rd and 9 staring them in the face. Armstrong stepping up in the pocket, running out of time, lofts one for the near sideline, nobody home, incomplete, it's 4th down.
Yeah, Micah Oder, again, you got the linebacker on the receiver. That's Rohan Putz out there that was out in the route and just wasn't able to get to it. I love the aggressiveness of Bishop Miege coming out of halftime, but now it's a quick 3 and out, only 45 seconds off the clock. It's going to be a quick one back to Rockhurst here.
This is a game on the heels of that win against the Aquinas for Miege, where they threw it for 219 yards through the air. Armstrong went 20 of 27 throwing it. Hasn't looked as good to this point tonight. Punt unit out there. High end-over-end punt into the lights here at Rockhurst High School. Is going to hit across the Hawklet 40 and get down near the 35 of Rockhurst. 11:04 to go third quarter. Rockhurst dominated time of possession in that first half. You said it, 40 snaps on offense in that first half. They dominated. Again, only had 10 points to show for it, but this is the brand of football they want to play.
Yeah, I mean, the name of the game for Rockhurst is keep the ball out of the other team's hands. And so, again, 17 minutes plus of time of possession for Rockhurst. I would imagine Kelly Donahoe, the head coach of Rockhurst, would love nothing more than to take about 6 minutes more off this clock and make it 17-0 at the end of it.
Short drop, Hansen, double pumps. Now he's going to flip one over the middle, and Aiden Flood has got it, and he scrambles his way up near the 45-yard line. Depending on the spot, he may move the chains.
Yeah, Flood ended up being the leading receiver for Rockhurst at the end of that first half. That's his 3rd catch for 34 yards, and it looks like they're going to give it about 2nd down and a foot.
Yeah, inches short. You can see that on 810varsity.com. Or if you're listening live on sportsradio.com or Sports Radio 810, we thank you for listening. 2nd and short. Out of the gun. Hansen's going to give to Leggio straight up the middle. Has a first down. As he falls down near midfield.
Yeah, it seems like every single time that Leggio gets tackled, it's from somebody that's already on the ground that's gotten pancaked. That time it was Tyler Pankey, able to wrap him up, get him down, but not after another Rockhurst first down. That's their 16th of the night.
Just shy of midfield, 10:18 to go, third quarter. 10-0 Rockhurst leads in the Catholic Clash. On the move again. Miege, a 4-man front defensively. Hansen is going to turn, give to Leggio behind left guard. Big hole, and he gets tripped up across the 45-yard line. Could have been a lot more, but he picks up 7.
Yeah, picking up 7 behind the big boys. Barrett Brewer, 6'2", 220 junior, and Andrew Sprague, once again, the 6'7", 260-pound sophomore, opening up a huge hole there for a pickup of 7.
2nd and 3. And it's just same story, different verse for this Rockhurst offense. Without one of their best playmakers, Isaac Cook, sidelined tonight, they have moved the ball well on the ground. 2nd and 3. They're going to give to Leggio again behind right guard. He pushes the pile forward for a first down across the 40.
He's so physical. I mean, again, that's been their workhorse. That's his 19th carry of the night. Now inching closer to that 100-yard mark. Obviously, he has the only touchdown of the night as well. But he's their workhorse, and they're going to keep going back to him. Hands on the hips already again for this defensive line out of Bishop Miege. Trying to catch their breath, trying to figure out how they're going to stop this Rockhurst offense.
Rockhurst now up over 200 yards of total offense in this ball game. And this game looking eerily similar to last year and then that game back in 2018. Where Rockhurst just pounded the ball on the ground. Hansen, short drop, quarterback draw. He gets popped, stays on his feet across the 38, and he gets wrestled down near the 37. Short gain, only 2 yards.
Again, Tyler Pankey was the one that was the initial hit. And then so there's a flag down on the play. The initial hit was by Pankey. Wondering if it was a little bit more up top than the referees liked. But did not wrap him up and take him down.
Shot block against the Hawklets. And that could loom pretty large. Rockhurst moving it well on this drive. And now they're going to go backwards.
Only their 4th penalty of the night there, Tim. And this one's going to be a costly one. They had a good drive going. Now it's going to set them back behind the chains.
But can Miege take advantage? Chop block is of the 10-yard variety. Going to mark him back at the 49 of Miege. At the bottom half of that Rockhurst block R at midfield. Inside 9 minutes to go, third quarter. 10-0 Hawklets on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Out of the gun, 1st and 20. RPO. Hansen wants to go to the air for the sideline. Coming back, tapping the feet inbounds is Gavin O'Boyle. Give him 12 yards through the air.
Yeah, and one of the best plays that I've ever seen high school offenses run is any sort of rollout play, get the quarterback on the move, and then immediately stop the comeback route, as they like to call it, on the outside. Gavin O'Boyle runs that one to perfection. They're able to pick up about 14 yards there to, again, get ahead of the chain. 2nd down and manageable coming up for Rockhurst.
And you know Miege wants to make Rockhurst throw the football. But Ethan Hansen, he has performed well tonight. He's not lining up the stat sheet necessarily, but he hasn't thrown a bad ball. Most of his throws tonight have been at a guy that's got separation, so he's making the right reads. Here comes 2nd and 8. Again, out of the eye, they're going to toss. Again, Leggio going left side, dodges one, breaks another tackler, stays on his feet across the 30, and he's got a first down, a gain of 9. They met him at the line of scrimmage, but the physical 245-pound bruiser moves the chains.
Yeah, another 7 yards after contact. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, able to keep his feet, pick up 7, but there is another penalty flag down on the field.
Flag down near the 30. Leggio had him out to the 28. It would have been a first down carry. And it's going to be a hold against the Hawklets.
Again, a couple penalties setting them back. This is a good, healthy drive, well over 3 minutes now. And 2 penalties on this drive has really set them back. We'll see if they go to the air as they did last time after they were called for a penalty.
Coach Donahoe's club has done a good job of overcoming those penalties tonight. They're going to have to overcome another one. It is a spot foul. It came downfield, so it's going to be a 2nd and 12 as that one came just 2 yards shy of the first down marker. 8:04 to go, third quarter. From the near hash. Hansen again out of the I formation. Miege showing pressure. Short drop, hitch route, left side, high grab made O'Boyle, and he get ridden out of bounds near the 33-yard line.
Yeah, O'Boyle looking good there. I mean, 5 receptions. That's his 6th one of the night. Now over the 50-yard mark for the leading receiver for the Hawklets. Nice hitch route once again. They're going back to the same play that they enjoy running, and it's worked to perfection so far.
Miege trying to stop the bleeding. We're inside 8 minutes to go third quarter. Another time-consuming drive for the Hawklets. 3rd and 3 for Rockhurst. They're going to go 2 wide to the left side. They love running that toss play on 3rd and medium, 3rd and short. Leggio the deep back. They're going to give to him behind left guard. Bounces it outside across the 25. Lowers the shoulder inside the 20. Turns his feet all the way down near the 18-yard line.
Again, Colin Williams is the one out there making the stop along with Jimmy Welsh. That is not easy. Out in the open field, pardon me, I believe that was Aiden Wing that came out from the safety position to make that stop. It's a big boy to stop in the open field, able to do it, but Rockhurst once again knocking on the doorstep of Bishop Miege here.
Hawklets already up 10-0 in this one. Joe Leggio up over 100 yards on the ground, has a touchdown, the only touchdown of the night. And he's got the Hawklets back in the red zone. He remains out there as he dots the I in the backfield. He's going to get the give. Right side, big hole. Inside the 10-yard line, lowering the shoulder, staying on his feet inside the 5, and he's down all the way near the 2-yard line.
Another perfect example of him bouncing it outside. Nothing there in the middle. Him using his vision to cut it out to the outside, getting down inside the 5-yard line. Again, like you said at halftime, Tim, there's going to be a lot of people starting to look at Joe Leggio and say, how can we utilize him and his vision and his body at the next level? And he's certainly putting it on display tonight.
6'1", 245 pounds, and he has left a bruise on every Miege defender tonight. 7 minutes to go in this third quarter. Hansen climbs in under center. Turns, gives to Leggio behind left guard, lowers the shoulder, and he dives into the end zone. Trip number 2 for Joe Leggio tonight, and it's 16-0 Hawkins.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks where he's seen the pay dirt twice. That time from 2.5 as well. Joe Leggio showing why he is fantastic. He is at 23 carries, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the night. I would say against a great rivalry, that's a pretty good stat line, and we're only halfway through that third quarter.
Joe Leggio rounding into form. The last couple of weeks, another 2-touchdown performance, extra point. Up and through. 17-0 Rockhurst, 6:53 to go third quarter. Miege better respond in a hurry, or Rockhurst is going to pick up another win in the Catholic Class. Stay with us on the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 real estate team in Kansas and Missouri, the Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols. With over 90 agents and 5 offices across the metro, they'll match you up with the perfect agent to get you moving with confidence. They cover the entire metro area, from Lee Summit to the Northland to Johnson County. They also have offices in Des Moines and Springfield, Missouri, and Destin, Florida, if you know of someone looking to move. The Rob Ellerman team truly is your real estate resource. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. The Rob Ellerman team, a proud supporter of Kansas City Metro High School Athletics.
65 yards, 10 plays. Yeah, 4 minutes, 11 seconds.
Call 913-888-4BLB to schedule your appointment.
Here we go.
The ensuing kickoff as a ground ball is going to go over the head of Garcia and go all the way back into the end zone. A touchback. And Miege, Jonathan, is going to have to respond right now. 17-0 Hawklets. Miege on the opening drive of the third quarter, just 3 and out. You can't have that if you're John Holmes.
Yeah, quick 3 and out, took 50 seconds off the clock, and that's, again, not good if you're Bishop Miege. You have to get the 0 off the scoreboard, obviously, if you want to win the game, but, you got to start making a push here if you are Bishop Miege, and it's all going to land on Mac Armstrong here from the quarterback position. Only 4 of 7, 27 yards in the first half, and he's back in the backfield.
Can he get rolling midway through this third quarter? He's going to give to Jalen Birch, trying to bounce it to the outside with a stiff arm. He's across the 25, and he runs out of bounds near the 29-yard line, a yard shy of the first down marker. Well, depending on the spot, he may have the first down. We'll see where they spot him. Right at the 30, and that is going to move the chains, a 10-yard run.
Yeah, 10-yard run there, and again, moving the chains is going to be the positive, right? I think almost if you're John Holmes, you almost wish it was second down and a yard, so that way you can take a shot here. maybe go deep, but instead, fresh set of downs and a good start to this drive for Bishop Miege.
1st and 10. Birch has had a couple of those explosive runs tonight. He's going to get the call again, straight through the middle, dodging a man across the 35, and he lunges out near the 40. The ball came out at the end of that play. Are they going to say he's down? No signal yet, and it looks like they are going to rule Birch down.
Yeah, it looked as he stumbled forward that he was going to. They're rushing to the line as if they're going to challenge it here. Obviously, you can't in high school football, but he did look like he was down prior to the ball coming out there. So it's setting up another 1st down and 10.
It is a gain of 10. Back to the line quickly. Bubble screen, far side for Putz, trying to hit the sideline. He gets roped out of bounds after a gain of 2, and a flag flies.
Yeah, Bryce Middleton over there on the stop for Rockhurst. Again, whenever you kind of sling a person around like that, it's going to draw the laundry here, especially in high school football. Violence of that nature where you throw somebody to the ground, not going to be handled there. So Bryce Middleton's going to get the flag, I think, here.
Well, it's so bang-bang. I mean, you get the guy on the sideline. If you're wheeling him around, you want to finish the tackle.
Absolutely.
But I'm sure he's already stepped out of bounds at that point, and then, not a lot you can do as a defender. It is going to be a late hit after Putz gets spun around and tossed on the sideline.
Yeah, they ended up going with the horse collar penalty there, Tim. And so instead of a unnecessary roughness, they go horse collar. Either way, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a 1st down to keep this Bishop Miege drive going.
This is why I have you, so you can decipher all these confusing signals.
Yeah, he's grabbing the collar of his shirt. So that one I really had to work hard for, Tim.
Well, I never went to referee school.
I know. I dropped out after 1 year.
1st and 10 from the Rockhurst 43. They're going to give it to Birch, running left side, hitting the sideline across the 40. And he ducks out of bounds near the 37. Miege moving the football. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4.
Yeah, they've looked healthy on this drive. I mean, whenever you go to Birch and Birch looks good, honestly, it's a little bit different running style, obviously, than the big Joe Leggio on the Rockhurst sideline. It's fun to watch this kind of lightning version, the quick speed of Birch out of the backfield. And he's running nice right now.
Miege rallied in the second half last weekend against Aquinas to take them down 23-20. Trying to rally again tonight, down 17-0. Low snap. Armstrong loading up, taking a shot, far sideline, incomplete. And it'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I love taking the shot there. I mean, one-on-one on the outside, he put the ball only where his receiver could get it, only about a football over the length of the hand there from the receiver.
He was looking for Tommy Wright. Second time he's been targeted tonight. 6:05 to go in this 3rd quarter. It's a big 3rd down for Miege. Birch the deep back. They're going to play fake. Roll to the left. Armstrong. He's going to take off. Got to make a man miss. He lunges for the 1st down marker, and it's going to depend on the spot.
Yeah, Parker Williams was chasing him down. It looks very close, Tim.
He's got it. The white hat, no hesitation, says, move those chains, young man. Let's keep this drive going.
And then the chain gang, a little lag over there on the sideline, making sure exactly what he said. But now they're back in place for another 1st down and 10. Good, healthy drive here, again, for Bishop Miege, down inside the 35-yard line of Rockhurst.
Off the near hash. Faking the bubble. Armstrong lofting it deep down the sideline. Has his man who hauls it in inside the 15 and wrestled down near the 10-yard line is Tommy Wright.
You got to love the setup where they've had that bubble screen over to the left side a few times tonight. That time they send the receiver deep, and it worked to perfection now just outside the 10-yard line.
5:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Wind is starting to whip around here in Kansas City. The American flag out of the end zone is whipping around right now. 1st and 10. They're going to give to Birch. Dodging a man, lowering the shoulder, pushing the pile inside the 10. They continue to drive him up near the 6-yard line.
Yeah, it reminds me of a rugby scrub there as they're pushing him towards the end zone. Able to pick up a couple extra yards. But Birch, again, staying on his feet is where the importance of the yards after contact comes into play. Able to pick up 5 whenever it really looked like he was going to pick up 2 or 3. So good job of the offensive line pushing him a couple extra.
I mean, the flags have been still all night, but now it is kicking around here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 6. They're going to run the reverse for Putz. Cuts it up near the hash. Diving forward just shy of the 1st down marker near the 2.
Yeah, love a little bit of variety there to Putz. Out of that wingback formation. Little jet sweep. Picks up another 4.5, 5 yards. Now down inside the 5. Bishop Miege has to capitalize on this drive. Exactly what they needed. Now 3rd down, and they say 2 on the scoreboard.
Down 17-0, but trying to punch it in. 3rd and goal, or 3rd and 1. They're going to run a toss play. Birch cutting it up, making a man miss, and he's into the end zone. Jalen Birch says, don't forget about us. The Stags are onto the board.
Yeah, apparently a second-half team based upon the comeback last week against St. Thomas Aquinas. That time, Birch able to capitalize on the 2-yard run and gets the Stags on the board for the first time tonight. 4:30. There's 16 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game, Tim. Far, far from over, it seems like right now.
Miege can go quick. They showed it there. They can cover some ground. Extra point as a flag flies. Was knocked up and through. We'll see what the penalty is. Looks like it's against Rockhurst, and it will be against the Hawklets. So count it. 17-7. Jalen Birch into the end zone from 3 yards away. That lead trimmed to 10. Still a lot of time left on the University of Kansas Health System. High school football game of the week.
Fall is upon us, and so is the time to tune up that furnace. Don't miss the $49 special from Neil Harris Heating Service Experts. That's right, get your system tuned up for just $49, and you don't even have to be a Service Experts Advantage program member. Call 816-629-5343. That's 816-629-5343. Or schedule online at any time at NeilHarrisServiceExperts.com. That's NeilHarrisServiceExperts.com. And get ready for winter today.
Hey, here comes the first turnover of the game right here.
Oh, yeah? All right. It's calling it. I like it.
It's going to be a pick on a play action.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Heard it here first.
So, yeah, that penalty is going to be enforced on the kickoff, yeah.
They must have lined up over the long snapper.
Yeah.
17-7. Like every Friday night out here at Rockhurst, it is an absolute party in front of 5,000 plus tonight. Miege will give it back to Rockhurst. Penalty enforced on the kickoff, so they'll kick off from midfield and drive it through the back of the end zone. And Jonathan, I'm not sure there. You're kicking from Rockhurst territory, and you boot it through the end zone. I'm not sure you don't pooch kick that.
Yeah, I've always been confused. Obviously, coaches are getting their job for a reason. They're getting paid what they get paid for a reason. Booting it through the end zone is not what I would do if I was a head coach. I would try and squib it a little bit, try and pin them down inside the 15, 20. You know, obviously they're going to start here at the 20-yard line, but you got to try and take advantage of that. Even, you know, I've seen where kickers try and nail it right at that front line of the return team and have it pay off. So, again, their decision there. Rockhurst start from the 20.
Rockhurst back out there with it. Last drive, a Leggio touchdown run from 2 yards away. They're going to give to him behind left guard, lowering the shoulder, charging across the 25 up near the 26-yard line, and that's a 6-yard carry on first down.
Yeah, the one thing for the Bishop Miege defense here is, can you get them off the field? Because they had sustained drives, 16 plays, 18 plays, both for touchdowns in the, a touchdown and a field goal in the first half. So Rockhurst wants to take time off the clock here. Bishop Miege has to get them off the field. Joe Leggio picking up 6 does not help the cause on first down.
25 carries, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns for Leggio tonight. We're halfway through quarter 3. Hansen, shotgun snap, gives to Leggio. This time he lowers the shoulder as a flag flies and plunges forward near the first down marker, but it came from behind the play, which would indicate it's probably against the Hawklets.
Yeah, it looked like a hold over on that right side. Whenever the hole gets a little too big that quickly, there tends to be an offensive holding somewhere there on the guards.
It's going to set Rockhurst back. Might get a play action fake here. Second and long.
Okay. We'll see. Again, that's their favorite play. So if Coach Holmes at halftime is like, hey, they're going to run this on a second down, third down, and long, this is a situation where you can see this Bishop Miege defense get a little bit more aggressive, maybe even sending a blitz here.
That'll set Rockhurst back to the 15-yard line. Got to get to the 30 to move the chains. 3:43 to go, third quarter. 17-7. Hawklets a 10-point leader. Play fake. Roll into the near side is Hansen. Loading up. Now he's going to get rid of it for the sideline. Flood making one-man miss, spinning forward near the 23-yard line, getting some of that penalty yardage back.
Yeah, and the Rockhurst crowd wants a little bit of a late hit, but again, they had him stacked up, ended up falling back. Third down and what we would call manageable. Again, you're back in front of the chains after a penalty. 3rd down and 6. This is manageable for this Rockhurst offense. Opens up the entire playbook. Yes, you can go back to play action here, as they just did, or they can go straight to Leggio. And again, we've seen some quarterback runs tonight from Ethan Hansen in this type of situation.
3rd and 6. You can hear that Miege crowd across the way. Here we go. It's a big 3rd down. 2:57 to go, 3rd quarter. Miege shuffling players around. Hansen checks the sideline. Toss play near side for Leggio. Leggio is going to get stood up at the 26. Well short of the 1st down marker, and Miege has got a big stop on 3rd down.
Here, I'm going to tell you this, Tim. That's not a turnover, but that is as big of a play as you can make. Jake Welsh, is not going to get any recognition except in the film room. He took out Connor Sexton there, the fullback, on the toss, made his teammates come up and make the play, and they did, causing the punt here from Rockhurst.
Rohan putts back deep to return. 2:16 to go, 3rd quarter. Miege trying to work their way back in it. They were down 17-0. A touchdown their previous drive has cut this lead to 10. High snap. Bailey is going to run to the right side. Punt blocked. A high, short punt after the block is going to come out of bounds, and Miege is going to have a short field. They're going to take over near the Rockhurst 38-yard line.
That is a massive special teams play by Bishop Miege. High snap started it. Rockhurst a little high on the snap. Luke Bailey able to get it down, but before it was fully blocked, he was able to shank it a little bit further to the sideline, get a few yards off the punt, but again, great field position for Bishop Miege. Exactly what you wanted here with 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
They put him up at the Rockhurst 36. And now the Miege crowd across the way, they're jumping. 1:59 to go, 3rd quarter. And how about a little intrigue here? Miege trying to rally for the 2nd week in a row. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Do they take a shot after the block punt? Armstrong will give to Birch, running left side, dodges 1, and moves his feet forward to the 32-yard line. Gain of 5. And again, the second effort tonight from Jalen Birch has been tremendous.
Yeah, he's chugging his feet. I mean, that's his 13th carry of the night. That now takes him to 60 yards. He has the lone touchdown for the Stags. But he's been impressive. I mean, again, he's not built like Joe Leggio on the other sideline, but they're not all created equal. 5'8", 163, the senior leading his team here in the second half.
2nd and 6. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. From the far hash mark. Counter play. Birch trying to hit the sideline. Ducks inside a tackler near the numbers. And he charges out across the 30, near the 29. Going to set up a 3rd and about 3 play.
Again, this pretty much the same play. They pulled 2 linemen there over to the left side. Birch able to follow him over, pick up about 5. This 3rd down and 3 could not get bigger, Tim. Inside a minute here in the 3rd quarter.
Just inside 1 minute to go, 3rd quarter. 17-7 Rockhurst. Miege on the move. Likely 4 down territory, down 10. 2 left, 2 wide to the right side. Birch the tailback. Movement before the snap, no flag. Armstrong wanted it. He was pointing at the D tackle. Shotgun snap. Gives to Birch. Lowers the shoulder, extending the football near the 25. It's going to depend on the spot, but he is close. And from here, it looked like he got it.
Yeah, it's very close. Based upon that far line judge, he's spotting him a smidge past the 26-yard line. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Again, the white hat quick to give the 1st down signal. 29 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Miege may have 1 or 2 more plays left in this 3rd quarter. Off the Rockhurst 25-yard line now. Shotgun snap, Armstrong. Lots of time, lobs one for the end zone. Caught a diving grab made! And Miege says, don't forget about us!
Wow. What a play. I mean, Tim, the perfect ball. Mac Armstrong put it in the only place where his guy could get it, and that is a massive score as the Bishop Miege crowd is going bananas. Student section jumping up and down. This is going to get it to a 3-point game if he's able to put this one through on a 5-play drive.
Tommy Wright, his 3rd touchdown of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a football game at Rockhurst High School. Movement on the snap. And we told you, Miege can go fast. Their previous touchdown drive, 2 minutes, 23 seconds. This touchdown drive, again, they went light speed, Jonathan. Didn't take a lot of time off the clock. And barring a big kick return for a touchdown on the ensuing kick, we're going to head for the fourth quarter in a 3-point game in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, 1 minute, 48 seconds. Again, off of the great field position, 36 yards, 5 plays. Able to punch it in. Great throw and catch.
Extra point, up and through. 17-14, that roar you hear is 80 yards away on the Miege sideline. We head for break. It's a ball game again on the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
Visit kansascitycreditunion.com/810sports.
Here we go.
Kansas City Credit Union, your path to financial freedom.
Ensuing kickoff going to be taken off the 10-yard line. Aiden Flood is going to get met at the 20, stay on his feet. And on the second effort, he's going to bounce out to the 26-yard line. Just 3 seconds to go in this third quarter before we step aside one more time. Rockhurst going to have one more snap. But, Jonathan, we have a new ball game, 17-14.
Yeah, we found ourselves in a bit of a different situation than we did at halftime. Bishop Miege looks like a whole different football team. They're going out there using their stud running back, Jalen Birch there. And Birch is really the guy that, on that 36-yard drive, they made that defense come up. And then over the top, that 26-yard touchdown pass to Tommy Wright to seal it up. 17-14, we're going to go to the fourth quarter. 3-point game. Rockhurst has the ball now. We'll see how much time and if they can put some points on the board to put some pressure back on Bishop Miege for their next drive.
They will start at their own 26-yard line. This should be the last snap of the third quarter. Out of the eye, Hansen is going to give to Leggio behind left guard. Skips over one, and he extends forward across the 32-yard line. We're at the end of 3. It's a 3-point game as we head for quarter 4. On the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state, the Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
Second and 5 for the Hawklets to open up this fourth quarter from their own 32-yard line. They hold a 3-point lead now, 17-14. They're going to give to Leggio behind left guard with a little hesitation. He's got a first down as he stays on his feet across the 45, all the way out near the 49-yard line.
That is the most physical run we've seen all night from Joe Leggio. He was able to use his patience behind his big left guard, find the hole, and then able to pick up a good chunk of yards there. Except for that one guy, he's gone. I mean, able to bring him down eventually. But Joe Leggio having a great night tonight. That's taken him over 160 yards on the ground, Tim. He has the 2 touchdowns, for Rockhurst.
The only thing that slowed this Rockhurst team down tonight, Jonathan, has been the penalties. 8 for 84 yards, and here's another one right on cue.
Yeah, it seems like everything, especially in the second half, once they've gotten going, it has been a tough sled.
Remember, they were moving it well on that last drive, and then a hold knocked them back. They couldn't get out of the hole they dug, and now their 9th penalty of the evening on an illegal substitution makes it a 1st and 15.
Yeah, 9 penalties for 89 yards against Rockhurst. And that one there, illegal substitution is one of those things you work on during the week. Which set are we in? What are we doing on first down? And instead, the illegal substitution causes them to go back 5 for 1st and 15.
Can Miege take advantage of the penalties again? They've got 5 creeped up near the line of scrimmage. They're going to give to Leggio left side. He bounces it out, and he gets upended near midfield after a gain of 7 yards.
Yeah, Isaiah Coppage coming in from the strong safety position to make the tackle after a gain of 7. He's just asking, like, please don't run me over. He went low, got him down to the ground, bringing up a 2nd down and 8 for Rockhurst.
They have been running away from the stud defensive end, Colin Williams, all night, going to that left side. We'll see if they continue to do that now into this 4th quarter. 10:35 to go in the ball game. 2nd and 8 from midfield. Whistles. And Coach Donahoe is going to burn his first timeout. And now those timeouts become all too important as we have started this 4th quarter. That's the first timeout taken by either team in this 4th quarter. And Jonathan, we catch our break. Give us a couple of updates from across the area.
Yeah, on the Missouri side, Liberty North leading Blue Springs 35-7. Liberty on top of Blue Springs South 28-0 right now. Blue Valley North now back on top against Lee Summit North 21-13. Ray-Peck now on top of Lee Summit West 17-7. Park Hill up on top by 8, 30-22 against Lee Summit. And North Kansas City right now up on Staley 10-2. 10-2. You got to love a good old safety on the scoreboard for Staley right now.
Isaiah Coppage defensively for Miege, 14 tackles tonight. That's definitely worth a shout-out. He's come up from his strong safety position, but that's that sweep play that's been getting to the 2nd level each and every time. Out of the timeout, 2nd and 8. Play fake. Hansen rolling to the right, dumps it off for his fullback in the flat, who drops it. His 2nd drop of the night. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Yep, the first drop cost him a touchdown. The 2nd drop there cost him a 3rd down and maybe even a 1st down there. It would have been 3rd down and short or a 1st down there. Connor Sexton, he knew it the second he dropped it. A disappointing drop there from the fullback position, setting up a 3rd down and long.
You're going to hear this Miege side get real loud across the way from us. 5,000 out here tonight at Rockhurst High School. And now the Miege half across the way showing some energy. 10:27 to go, 4th quarter. 3rd and 8 for the Hawklets, guarding a 3-point advantage. Miege has scored 14 straight. Out of the eye. Hansen, play fake, sprinting to his left. Looking in the flat. Now he's going to shovel pass it for his fullback. Breaking 1 tackle. Getting spun around. Extends the football near the 45. Still 3 yards shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, pretty crafty play to even get it out of his hands. He was getting shoved to the sideline. Able to get it out to Connor Sexton there. But it's going to bring up a 4th down and 3. We're going to see what Kelly Donahoe wants to do on the plus 45.
Here comes the biggest play of the ball game to this point. 9:58 to go, 4th quarter. Offense staying out there for the Hawklets.
I'm going to imagine a pitch to the right side here, Tim. It just seems like their bread and butter, but that's going to be right at number 7, Colin Williams. We'll see it to the big side of the field.
Let's see if they go big on big. Out of the eye. Hansen barks out signals. Hard count. He's going to fake the toss. He's going to bootleg right. Getting chased by Williams. He wants to throw. He is going to dive for the 1st down. He gets pushed out. It's going to depend on the spot.
Wow, that's going to be really close.
He didn't get it. An immediate signal from the near side official said he didn't get it. It looks like they've got him marked short.
He had to get to the 42-yard line on the dot, Tim. They're going to measure this one.
And the official that marked the ball, I mean, he made it a definitive signal immediately saying short and pointed Miege's direction. And they're going to have to bring the sticks all the way across the field and measure this. 9:31 to go, fourth quarter. It is a giant measurement in this game.
Yeah, I mean, we asked for a game at halftime, not like it was over by any stretch, but this certainly spices it up, Tim. If this is short, Bishop Miege has a chance to take their first lead of the night if they're coming out on offense.
Crowd reaction is going to give it to us. We can't see it from where we are. That Rockhurst bench will as well. There you go. I would imagine it was by the nose of the football. Rockhurst is going to keep possession and move the chain.
That was the biggest spot of the night. Again, where he has that mark is short of the 42-yard line, Tim. And I'm not here to be a conspiracy theorist. But it was at the 42-yard line.
I mean, I'm still hung up on the refs. I mean, he had no hesitation, man. He came over and just signaled Miege first down immediately on the tackle. He was so emphatic about it.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
It stays with the Hawklets. I'm not questioning the call. I'm just making a statement here. I formation, Leggio behind left guard, hard running across the 40. Look at him pound his feet across the 35. All the way down near the 34. They move the pile 9 yards on first down for Leggio.
I give credit to that offensive line. That offensive line is doing some work. Ben Druin and Trey Gunno pushed the pile, and then the rest of them got involved, picking up 8 yards. It's going to go to the stat sheet with Joe Leggio, but that offensive line picked up 8 rushing yards there.
9 minutes to go, fourth quarter, second and short. Rockhurst up 3, 17-14. They led 17-0 at the start of this third quarter. Miege scored 2 touchdowns at the end of the third quarter. And now Rockhurst on the move in quarter 4. Second down give is going to be to Leggio. Bounce it out to the numbers near side as he falls forward to the 29 to move the chains.
And he's got to be careful, Tim. I mean, that ball was pretty loose. You got to imagine that Bishop Miege is going to try and start stripping the football here. If they're not able to get him down, get him in a big group position and then try and strip it. But another first down for Rockhurst on the night.
And Joe Leggio inches ever closer to that 200-yard mark. Up over 180 yards rushing tonight now is Leggio.
And the 22nd first down for Rockhurst.
Rockhurst has amassed 350 yards total offense. 8:28 to go, fourth quarter. New set of downs from the 28. Leggio, the give, behind left guard, breaking tackles, into the open field across the 20. Step arm to the 15, lowers the shoulder inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5-yard line goes Leggio. First and goal, Rockhurst.
Joe Leggio is putting Rockhurst on his back right now. Again, another great cut to the outside. Almost took that to the house, but instead now down at the 5. More time ticking off this clock. 8:16 here to go. Rockhurst on the doorstep of capitalizing on this drive.
How about his first 200-yard rushing game in his Rockhurst career? Topping the 200-yard mark on that last run. First and goal from inside the 5. Leggio remains the deep back. What a night. Hansen will give to Leggio straight up the middle. He is going to get stuffed short near the 2.
Yeah, Leggio now 33 carries, 212 yards, and the 2 touchdowns. The man looks gassed. But again, he's putting the team on his back right now, taking a lot of time off this clock. Bishop Miege able to mount a comeback last week. It's looking really, really slim right now if Rockhurst is able to punch this one in.
7:27 to go, fourth quarter. 3-point game. Rockhurst up 17-14. Trying to respond to 2 Miege touchdowns in a row. Second and goal. They'll give to Leggio behind left guard. Plunging for the end zone. It's going to depend on the spot, and he is short. Third and goal from just outside the goal line.
You got to wonder if you're Bishop Miege, if you would rather have this time back on the clock. 30 seconds of play clock is going to seem like forever as it's going to get down close to 6.5 minutes left in the game. And Joe Leggio still in the backfield for Rockhurst. It's not a good feeling if you're Bishop Miege right now.
We approach 6.5 to play. Leggio remains the deep back. He has been an absolute workhorse tonight. Hansen in under center. Is going to turn, give to Leggio straight up the middle. This time, he will walk his way into the end zone. And Joe Leggio, what a performance. The hat trick, his third touchdown of the night.
3 touchdowns in one night. Again, over 215 yards rushing. The Rockhurst coaches are right to our right side here in the press box. They rise to their feet. They clap their hands as they know their team is back up by 9 behind Joe Leggio's hat trick tonight.
Far and away his best game at a Rockhurst uniform. 3 touchdowns, just shy of 215 yards on the ground, extra point up and through. That lead back to 10, 6:30 to go fourth quarter on the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Call A1 Mortgage now. Have your loan approved in an hour and close in about 10 days. 816-822-8888. That's 822-8888 or apply online at a1mortgage.com.
Here we go.
Ground ball kick is going to be picked up at the 25-yard line. Scooting across the 30 and down to the 33-yard line. As now, Jonathan, how about this for another twist? It is pouring rain now here at Rockhurst High School.
Well, it's certainly going to make the throwing the football, as we're going to see coming out here from Bishop Miege, a little bit more difficult. 6.5 here to go, down 10. And Mac Armstrong's had a good game. 7 of 13, 77 yards and a touchdown. But again, the story of the night for me, Tim, and again, we talked about this coming in, time of possession, 25 minutes with the ball in the hands of the Rockhurst Hawklets tonight. It's been an absolute show. 378 yards of total offense, 250 of that on the ground, 213 of that on the legs of Joe Leggio.
This rain coming down in sheets, and the wind is kicking around. 6:25 to go fourth quarter. They're going to give to Birch. Birch getting ran down in the backfield, hog-tied and tossed. Back at the 28-yard line, a loss of 4.
Jadon Willis. He's had a decent game up front, but we haven't called his name yet. The 6'3", 230-pound senior was there, unblocked, got him in the backfield, loss of 5 there.
Second and 14. 24-14, Rockhurst up 10. Miege needs points on this drive to stay alive. Shotgun snap. Armstrong with time, loading up, taking a shot near sideline, single coverage. Bowen Webb couldn't get there, looking for the flag. He's not going to get one.
Daley Steinhauser there on the coverage, and he played it pretty well. I mean, he got his head around. Again, don't have to, but it kept it in play. No interference there on the call, and so it brings up a third down and very long for Bishop Miege. Again, we say it a lot, but it's a massive play. You're going to make a run here down 10 with under 6 to go.
This is 4-down territory if you can pick up enough yardage here on a 3rd and 14.
Looks like they're bringing the blitz here, Tim.
Rockhurst sends 4. Armstrong bobbles the snap, steps up in the pocket. He's going to throw off his back foot down the seam. Incomplete, batted away by O'Boyle, and it'll be 4th and 14.
4th down, 14, under 6 to go. Down 10. Looks like they're going to keep the offense out on the field. It was very close there, Tim, to being a tip pass. They had a receiver over the top as well.
Hold on. There's a discussion. Miege was acting like there's a penalty against Rockhurst, and there is a blow to the head on the hit to the quarterback. It's going to keep this Miege drive alive.
And it should be an automatic first down. Obviously, it's getting past the chains, but an automatic first down is huge. That would have brought up 4th down and 14 instead. 1st down and 10 from their own 44. And again, That the penalties have been the key tonight for Rockhurst. That their 10th penalty. Now over 100 penalty yards.
And they almost certainly would have been off the field. Now a new set of downs. That occurred on a 3rd and 14 incompletion. Now a new set of downs from the 44. Low snap. Armstrong picks it out of the dirt. Pump fake. Scrambling to the left. Getting chased. Sets his feet. Throws. Incomplete. Wide of a diving Bowen Webb.
Yeah, he lost his receiver on the right side is where he wanted to go, and he ended up slipping. Again, this rain coming into play now on this turf. Tried to scramble back to that left side, and again, had a good chance, just didn't set his feet enough to get a good throw on Bowen Webb out there.
You should be able to see it on your screen. I mean, it is coming down in sheets right now. It has sent a lot of the Rockhurst fans over to the awning to the right of us. 2nd and 10. Armstrong, man in his face. He's going to dump it off on the screen to Birch. Birch with a block. He's across midfield. There he goes into the open field. Jalen Birch across the 20, 10, 5. Yes, sir. Jalen Birch, his 2nd touchdown of the night, goes 56 yards on the screen. And Miege will not go away.
Beautifully designed play. First off, getting everybody out in space. The big offensive line gets a lot of credit there. But then Birch showing his athleticism in the open field. 56-yard touchdown. 1 minute exactly on the clock taken off on that drive. And again, we're going to talk about this if this is a game coming down to the wire if Miege gets the ball back. Rockhurst penalties extending drives for Bishop Miege here.
Neenan on for the extra point. 5:25 to go, 4th quarter. Kick in the rain is up and good. It's a 3-point game again, 24-21. The Catholic Clash living up to the billing. Stay with us on the University of Kansas Health System High School Football Game of the Week.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 real estate team in Kansas and Missouri, the Rob Ellerman team at Reese Nichols. With over 90 agents and 5 offices across the metro, they'll match you up with the perfect agent to get you moving with confidence. They cover the entire metro area, from Lee Summit to the Northland to Johnson County. They also have offices in Des Moines and Springfield, Missouri, and Destin, Florida, if you know of someone looking to move. The Rob Ellerman team truly is your real estate resource. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. The Rob Ellerman team, a proud supporter of Kansas City Metro High School athletics.
Adam Schechter,
66-yard drive in 5 plays. 1 minute off the clock.
Gary Barnett, Sam Mellinger, Bill Marks, Mark Bullringer, Stan Weber, Sam McDowell, Seth Kaiser, Blair Kirkhoff, Kevin Harlan, Field Yates, Jesse Moore, Cynthia Cleveland, and Andy Reed, and Here we go. Sports Radio 810 WHB.
This kick is going to be dropped at the 1. Getting picked up on the run across the 5, near the 10, breaking a tackle and diving out near the 16. Still a good job on the return to save some room. But Rockhurst is going to have to trek a long way. Not necessarily looking for points, but they're going to try to kill that clock. 5:17 to go, 4th quarter. It's a 3-point game on Sports Radio 810. I'm Tim Spurl. He's Jonathan Pulisic. This one's been phenomenal, Jonathan. And now in the rain, can Rockhurst get it done and kill this 5 minutes of game clock?
Well, if it's going to happen, it's going to be on the legs of Joe Leggio, and you got to put 2 hands on the football. Now all of a sudden, these Rockhurst jerseys have gone from like a lighter royal blue to a darker blue because of the rain. 2 hands on the football is going to be the key here with 5 minutes and some change here to go.
This game has been incredible. They're going to give to Leggio, running left side, lowers the shoulders, and he slipped. He only picks up a yard. You just mentioned it. This this rain is going to play a factor. It's a wet field, and he just slipped.
He did, and again, that's the other part of the equation is not only holding on to the football, but you got to stay on your feet long enough to get a first down here. There's still plenty of time. We obviously saw Bishop Miege go very quickly, 1 minute off the clock on their last scoring drive. So 2nd down and 10, this is huge. They got to start getting some yards here if you want to take this time off.
4:40 to go, 4th quarter. Miege, all 3 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 10, out of the gun. Hanson, belt high snap. Design quarterback draw. He is going to get sandwiched near the 22. Gain of about 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Hawklets.
Obviously no bigger play than right here coming up, but that Bishop Miege defense and Jake Welsh is asking this Bishop Miege crowd to get up. He was in on the last play again with a couple of his teammates, making a huge play, bringing up a 3rd down and 6 yards.
Biggest play of the night. You can hear that Miege side across the way. They are jumping in the student section, jumping on the sideline. Biggest play of the night. 4 minutes to go, 4th quarter, 3-point game. Play clock down to 4. Hansen under center. Just gets it off. Gives to Leggio. Leggio, big hole, 25-30, and he's dropped right there. A 1st down run for Leggio, and we roll inside 3:45.
Big hats off there. Again, the sophomore left tackle, Andrew Sprague, and Barrett Brewer, the left guard. The double pull from the left side opened up that hole for Leggio, enough to get a 1st down, and another couple minutes are going to tick off the clock.
And now John Holmes knows that he's going to have to start reaching into his bag and burning these timeouts pretty soon. Play clock at 10. Rockhurst breaks the huddle late again. Leggio the deep back in the pouring rain. Hansen will give to Leggio behind right guard, lowers the shoulder, steamrolls his way all the way out across the 35, falls back near the 40, and he looks like he's a yard shy of the 1st down.
Again, this guy has put the team on his back tonight. He's up close to the 250-yard rushing mark. 3 touchdowns. We talked about how big of an impact he's been. None bigger. He has the same amount of points essentially as the Bishop Miege offense. But now 2nd and short. This is the worst case scenario for Bishop Miege. 1 foot away from a 1st down, and then you really got to start digging into the timeouts.
2:43 to go in the ball game. Hansen, quarterback sneak. He's got the 1st down. He's going to stop the clock at 2:34. Miege, all 3 timeouts remaining, and now John Holmes burns timeout number 1, and now you're all in on these next few downs.
I mean, so now on the getting the timeout on the 1st down, you know there's going to be at least another 30, 35 seconds taken off the clock here because of one of these downs, you're not going to have a timeout left. But of the biggest drive of the night, essentially, 230-plus yards for Joe Leggio. Again, they're not going to go to anybody else. I didn't like the quarterback sneak option there either. Because Ethan Hansen, that's one of the easiest plays, especially in the rain, the wet ball there. It's easier to fumble that way as opposed to turning around and handing it off. So, again, they were able to safely get the 1st down. But now, this is where Colin Williams is going to come into play. Can he make that defining moment, defensive stop against a rivalry, less than 3 minutes left? We're about to find out.
That's another thing. Ethan Hansen, only a sophomore quarterback. This quarterback-center exchange gets a little bit tougher in the rain. Here we go, 2:34 to go. Hansen under center is going to turn, give to Leggio behind right guard, running over defenders across midfield, all the way into Stag territory at the 45. That won't ice it yet.
It won't fully put it away, but that's very close when you see a man determined like that, the 6'1", 245-pound senior, pounding his way for 13 yards. What a performance we've seen by Joe Leggio. If he's not like the king of this school, I don't know what's going to happen on Monday morning. But the dude needs some sort of crown to walk around with on Monday morning because he has put, again, the team on his back. 240-plus all-purpose yards tonight, really all on the ground. He hasn't caught a pass. He's been tremendous, Tim.
He has now touched it 40 times for more than 250 yards and 3 touchdowns.
It's a Derrick Henry stat line. It really is.
That's one of those old Jeremy Crabtree stat lines from back in his playing days. That guy was a workhorse tailback. Chad Rader will tell you about that later. 1 timeout remaining for Bishop Miege. Stay tuned, by the way, for the Bob Hamilton postgame show with Chad Rader and Brad Porter. They'll recap this game and give you all the scores from around the area on a busy Friday night. Out of the timeout, Rockhurst a 1st down away from icing this game. Leggio, the give right side, met in the backfield. Colin Williams met him a yard deep, and now Holmes burns his final timeout with 2:24 to go.
Again, if we do the math here, Tim, it's going to be close to 1 minute and 20 seconds, even if they get a couple of stops here. But again, Colin Williams, what can you say? That's the type of play you wanted. You wanted it maybe 2 plays earlier if you're Bishop Miege, but still a great stop. Only a couple times we've seen tonight a tackle for loss on Joe Leggio, and so that one sends him back to a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, like you said, if Miege can get a stop on these next 2 downs, force a Rockhurst punt, they'd be getting it around a minute. But as we've already seen, that's plenty of time for this Miege offense.
And Tim, again, this is where coaches make their money. I don't know if you don't send like 8 guys into the box and try and make them toss it. Like because you're not going to throw it right now, right? If you're Rockhurst, there's no way you put it in the air. So just fully run commit and hope that you can get it down and force a punt.
I mean, Leggio's touched it 40 times, and he's averaging more than 5 yards a clip. There's no hesitation.
Yeah. I mean, these safeties are still 12 yards off the football. I can't imagine you're thinking at all that they're going to put this ball in the air.
2nd and 12. A first down wins it for Rockhurst. Leggio the give straight up the middle. He is only going to get 2 yards. Fights his way near the 44. 2:15 and rolling. Here we go.
Yeah, again, I saw about 9 white jerseys around the ball there, and that's about what I anticipated. There's no way Ethan Hanson's going to throw the ball here, trying to take all the time off the clock. So with 25 on the play clock, it's going to get this down to 1:35 by the time they run the next play. It'll be about a minute left in the game if they do force a punt.
This is a big play, though. You pick up 4 or 5 yards, and Rockhurst may keep the offense on the field.
They certainly might.
Miege cannot stop the clock. Donahoe's going to take this play clock all the way down and burn his 2nd timeout. And he stops the clock with 1:37 to go in the ball game. Boy, table is set. What a game this has been, Jonathan. Thank you for joining us on the Sports Radio 810 High School Football Game of the Week. And again, stay tuned for the Bob Hamilton post-game show with Chad Rader and Brad Porter. But now, Jonathan, the playbook seems open for Rockhurst on a 3rd and 9. You know Miege is expecting the run. Do you potentially try to get a little tricky with it here?
Well, we've seen Connor Sexton, drop 2 balls tonight from the fullback position off the play action. If I'm a betting man right now, Kelly Donahoe's going for the kill, and that's the play that he's going to run, is that fake dive, fullback out of the backfield, especially if he goes to the air here. Connor Sexton has to bring it down, otherwise it's going to stop the clock for a 4th down.
3rd and 9. This is the game for Miege. Get a stop, you stay alive. Hanson is going to toss to Leggio, right side. He's got room. He's across the 40. He's going to charge his feet across the 1st down marker and put a dagger in the stands.
And the celebration started for Rockhurst. And Connor Williams turned around, found his quarterback, offensive line. Listen, this is as much about them as it is about Joe Leggio. Joe Leggio, again, like I said, should have a crown on Monday, but that offensive line has done a heck of a job tonight against Bishop Miege, this charge in the 2nd half. And now they're going to go into victory formation here and take a couple knees, and this game is over.
What a performance from number 33 tonight in blue. Young man has surpassed 260 yards on the ground. Unbelievable performance. 3 touchdowns. And in every sense of the phrase, he put this team on his back tonight.
In every facet of the game, whenever you're talking about time of possession, you're talking about sheer carries. 43 times, Tim, I don't know the last time I've seen 43 carries out of a running back. But 43 carries, 255 yards, 3 touchdowns. It doesn't get much more legendary than that, especially in a rivalry game like we saw tonight.
Hanson falls to a knee, and that is going to wind us to the end of this one. An instant classic out here at Rockhurst High School as the Hawklets maintain their Catholic Clash dominance. Their 23rd win in this rivalry to only 7 on the other side for Miege. They continue to dominate this rivalry, but tonight was a tremendous game. that is going to be talked about for a long time when you talk about this rivalry. 24-21, Jonathan. It was the game in which Rockhurst was dominating. They led 17-0. Miege came charging back with 14 straight points to make it 17-14. A Rockhurst touchdown, then a big play Miege touchdown. They kept coming back. But in the end, it was that big man, Joe Leggio, the 245-pound tailback. More than 250 yards tonight on the ground, 3 touchdowns, a performance for the ages in this rivalry.
I'm going to take this away from this game whenever I go back and watch this later on in life. Bishop Miege ran 40 plays on offense. Joe Leggio had 43 carries. So the fact that he went and had more plays, I mean, for good reason, he's over there screaming with the student section right now. He carried the ball more times than plays run by Bishop Miege. Again, like you said, an instant classic on Braveheart night here at Rockhurst.
Unbelievable performance for Joe Leggio tonight. And the Rockhurst Hawklets, a second straight victory. They are climbing back towards 500, 2-3 now after starting the year 0-3. Doesn't get much easier. Next week, they host Lee's Summit West, the Titans, a top 20 team in the city, come to town to take on Rockhurst and the Stags. They fall to 1-3. They will host Blue Valley West next week as they try to get back into the win column. Rockhurst, the big winner tonight, 24-21 in a fantastic game in front of 5,000 plus here in Kansas City, Missouri. For Jonathan Pulisic, I am Tim Spurl, sending you back to our Bob Hamilton studios down the road at Sports Radio 810. Chad Rader, Brad Porter, standing by. Thank you for joining us on another exciting night of Friday Night Football.
Crucial staffing has been a vital component to the battle against COVID-19 nationwide. Their operation all starts.
What's their game plan?
You guys good, or at least one of you good, to just they'll start,